Hello, everybody, and happy post-Christmas, the day after. This feels like a little bit of a holiday hangover, but the good news is got some football about to start in a couple hours to get us ready. Yeah, that's right. Here it is. For a lot of you, this is championship week, and I can't even say it begins because even though it's Thursday, which is usually when it begins, we've already had two games go down, which still feels weird. We had some Wednesday action, and you know what? I don't regret not watching those games. It was not worth watching. Did you watch them?
No, I know. I know the NFL will probably put Christmas Day games on Wednesday the next time it falls on Wednesday. But man, come on, we don't need football on. Like I love NFL as much as any. Well, maybe there's probably people who love it more, but like if this is what we're gonna get, if this is the product we're gonna get on a Wednesday, it's okay. I can just watch NBA on Christmas or Christmas movies or whatever. I don't need to watch this. That was. We had two teams, but by the way, how are those teams even in the playoffs? But I mean, geez, man, just terrible. Like making these teams play 3 games in 11 days. What would you expect? Good football? Nah, it's horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, Texans definitely did not show up. Their minds were elsewhere. And man, talk Joe Mixon. Man, what a. I'm trying to think what is the best metaphor analogy for the guy who carried you, and then all of a sudden, just right before the finish line, he just like collapsed. He's just like, I'm done. See you later. Thanks. Thanks for the first 14 weeks of help. Man, just
yeah,
a bust.
The whole Texans offense, really. I mean, man.
Well, Nico too. That's true. Nico didn't even do that much.
Yeah, even last week, Nico wasn't great. I mean, he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great. I mean, yeah, if you started anybody on the Steelers or Texans this week, you are way Zay Flowers for the Raiders. Like, yeah, there was just so many bad performances. Yeah, we just do not need Wednesday football ever again, NFL, please. Never again. Don't ever do that again. I know they will because they care about money and they know that they're going to get a lot of money for doing Christmas games, but man, we don't need it. You don't need the money either, NFL. You got plenty.
Well, I guess good news. I looked ahead to next year. Christmas Day is on a Thursday, so
yeah, which is okay. So now we'll get 2 Thursday games, which I guess is slightly better, but
yeah. So hopefully no Wednesday football next year. But we do have Thursday football again today. We're going to have the Seahawks, the Bears. Before we get into that, some breaking news today. One not too surprising. It has to do with tonight. One caught me off guard. I mean, we thought there might be a chance CeeDee Lamb, that shoulder would bother him. Well, apparently either it bothered him enough or they finally realized, wait a minute, we can't make the playoffs. What? We're done. The Cowboys shut him down. He's done. CeeDee Lamb, if you were hoping that he'd be one of your receivers for your championship or whatever you're playing for this week, you're going to have to pivot. So CeeDee Lamb is done. Were you surprised by this?
Yeah, I was. I thought he would keep playing, of course, because because he's been battling through it. But it makes sense. I mean, well, why risk your franchise wide receiver for these last 2 meaningless games? But this is really brutal for people who have CeeDee Lamb in the finals because not an easy guy to replace.
And I mean, is there anybody in the Cowboys offense here that? I mean, Jalen Tolbert, Brandon Cooks, Devontae Turpin. I mean, are you picking any of those guys up?
No, I hope you don't need one of those guys. I really hope. I mean, maybe this benefits Jake Ferguson if you have him as your tight end, but I think who this really benefits is just the Eagles.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Does not help really too much in that Cowboys offense without him because he'd be getting so much of the target share. Like those targets have to go somewhere, but then maybe it's just a lot more 3 and out.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully you don't have to go there. And then one that's not a surprise, and Kenneth Walker, we were wondering, I don't want to say hoping that he would play, but at least hoping for clarity. Well, we got clarity, and it's very clear he's not playing tonight. He's not playing the rest of the season. He's on IR. And that's a little surprising just because of the fact that this didn't seem like a major issue, but the fact that it's first the calf and now the ankle, it's like something after the other. So yeah, he's done. If you have this week, next week, no more. But Charbonnet, we've been saying very strong start candidate. How strong? Because you got 2 hours left to decide if you're starting Charbonnet potentially for your championship.
Yeah, I'm not going to put him. I'm not going to put him up there with the must starts, but I think he's a strong start now. I mean, the Bears bottom 5 against the run have not been good against the run, and this is a game. This is basically a must win for Seattle, because if they win or if they lose and the Rams beat the Cardinals on Sunday, the Seahawks are eliminated, which did make it surprising. I mean, that Kenneth Walker injury must be serious, because they still have a chance for the playoffs, and they're not going to have Kenneth Walker if they make it. So, but yeah, I think this is a game the Seahawks basically have to win this game. Bears are playing for nothing. The defense hasn't been good. I think we're going to see a ton of Charbonnet tonight. I think we're going to see a very good Charbonnet. Yeah, he's got to be a strong start.
Yeah, like you said, that Bears run defense is not good. The pass defense is. The run defense is not. Charbonnet is going to get touches. I know he wasn't good. Well, he didn't really do anything last week because Walker was playing. But then the week before, he was disappointing. But I think we have to kind of forget all that. Look at the matchup. Got to like Charbonnet. I'm not expecting 40 points, but should be pretty solid. Any other expectations tonight? Like you said, Seattle 8-7, fighting for their playoff lives. No Walker, but they still have Charbonnet. JSN has been really good. DK Metcalf finally scored, although it wasn't great last week. And then what about the Bears side? Because finally we saw the passing game come back to life last week, but that was against the Lions.
Yeah, you never know with the Bears. You just never know. I mean, I think DJ Moore and Keenan Allen are still good starts this week. I'd be very nervous if I had to start Romo Dunze or DeAndre Swift, or, I mean, hopefully nobody's starting Cole Kmet championship week. I mean, the Bears are you just don't know, right? You just never know. You never know here, but I mean, the upside is there for those guys, so I get it if you're playing them.
Yeah, I think we need to be careful with Caleb Williams, who, again, I'm a fan. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback for years, but he's had some big statistical games against some bad defenses, but also in games where he's needed to throw the ball a lot. And I don't know if this is going to be that kind of game, so I'd be a little bit wary. So see how it goes. And we've got a couple hours left till kickoff. If you have Seahawks or Bears, put your question out there. We'll try to get to as many of those as possible. And of course, if you're a longtime viewer, you already know. But anybody who might be new, let you know how this goes. We're going to answer a lot of comments and questions, as many as we possibly can before the game starts. We have already 30 plus super chats lined up, and we haven't even started. So we're going to definitely do the super chats, and we're going to do those in order. We're going to prioritize those because that's why that feature exists. We will answer some non-paid comments as well if we have time, but we got to get through those first. And of course, those of you who have the membership, YouTube members, like our very first one. So let's get to those after. I remind you that you should also sign up for Underdog, because you have time to get your free picks in. It's Tua just getting 1 yard this week. That's right. You take the higher on 0.5 total yards on Tua Tagovailoa, and you win. New customers get this. It's always some sort of a free pick. And this week it's Tua. Take the higher there. You get this if you sign up for the very first time for an Underdog account and use code NGAME when you sign up. Gets you a free pick. Also gets you free cash, because when you first make your initial deposit, if you use code NGAME, you get up to $1,000 of bonus cash in your account. And you can spend that however you like. It doesn't have to be NFL. They have every other sport. Those of you who follow NBA, NHL, or whatever else. But get your free pick, get your free cash. Try it now if you haven't tried Underdog. It's a lot of fun. And also, a reminder that you can get your questions answered when we're not live. Offline, you can go to the Draft Lane app. It's a free download from the App Store or Google Play Store, and it connects you directly with us. That's right. If you go to Draft Lane on your phone and you ask a fantasy football question, one of us is going to answer it in a timely manner. And we do have some people already asking questions. We've done a couple today. If you see Chris checking out his phone during the stream, it's not because he's scrolling through TikTok. It's because he's checking the Draft Lane app to make sure we answer your questions before kickoff. That's how it goes. So again, try that if you haven't already.
No TikTok here. Nah.
I was gonna say, do you even have that on your phone installed?
I do, because we do, believe it or not, most people probably don't know, we do have a TikTok account, although we never really post on that.
Yeah, well, that's true. We have I can't. Let's not get into all that right now. Let's get to your questions. Moises is the first. How's it going? And 10-team PPR, 2 receivers, no flex. Judy, Tyreek, Neighbors, Myers, Thielen, Josh Downs, or is that Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go Tyreek, Neighbors here. I cannot play Judy. Unplayable.
Yeah, with DTR, and it's just to make things even more fun. DTR himself is on the injury report with a calf issue or something.
Yeah, but I think he's been limited. I know we don't want to go overblown to the weather, and it's still too early, but there is a chance for heavy rain in that game as well. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not playing. Which may hurt Tyreek. I don't mind Thielen or Jacoby Myers, but I don't think I can start them over Tyreek. I know he's been bad, but he still has a floor. I'm going to go Neighbors, Tyreek. And then one flex out of these, I might just flex Thielen, I guess. Tyreek, Neighbors, Thielen.
Yeah, I think these are, I hate to say it, Moises, these are all guys who kind of been let down, who should have been so much better, right? Tyreek Hill, Malik Neighbors, even Myers, really. But anyways, let's go with those. Needs one quarterback, possibly to replace Hurts.
Well, yeah, I would definitely prefer Mayfield to Herbert if you get him. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, Mayfield's on waivers? What? Well, yeah, go with Mayfield.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesse Martinez says he appreciates all the help. Now figure these two out, A.J. Brown or Cortland Sutton.
I do like Sutton this week, but I think I still got to go A.J. Brown, even if it's Kenny Pickett. I mean, Kenny Pickett locked into him. He looked okay. It's the Cowboys. I don't know. It's probably closer than it should be if it's Kenny Pickett, but I think I still got to play A.J. Brown over Sutton.
Agree. A.J. Brown is not someone you just bench. For what it's worth, Kenny Pickett wasn't horrible last week.
Right. And he did just force feed A.J. Brown, so there's that.
Got Puka and B.J. Jackson.
Yeah, I would go Darnold over Knicks. And good luck with Kendre. Gonna need it.
Christian Diaz, 1984.
Yeah, Fairbairn, man. A 0 from your kicker in the championship week. If there's, I mean, why are we still doing this? Why are we still doing this in fantasy? Why do you guys are okay with this? Why are people okay with this? Like, they're like, fine, like no big deal. Anyways.
Yeah, that's probably the most impressive thing about the Texans, that they only scored 2 points on a safety.
You know what? Like, and what was shocking? Like, okay, it was 10-2, which was a weird score, with like, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes to go in the half, and they were like 4th and 2, and they didn't just kick the field goal to go 10-5, which is like, okay, you're still in the game. They decided to go for it. Okay, fine, whatever, Dan Campbell. Go ahead and go for it. They threw a screen pass to Joe Mixon like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Like, and then later in the game when they're down 17-2, they had 4th and 2 at their own 42-yard line, and they punted the football. Just tell the NFL, don't even put us in the playoffs. We don't care. Like, just be like, we're not a serious franchise right now. Just put somebody else in. Absurd. How do these head coaches are so smart and they can't like figure out these like, I could never create like an offensive game plan, but I could sit there on the sidelines and be like, hey, you idiot, it's 4th and 2. You're down 17-2. Your defense can't stop the Ravens. Why are you punting? I shouldn't punt? Anyways, that's my Texans rant, because I'm just sick of the Texans, and the annoying thing is we got to see these guys in the playoffs, and I don't want to see CJ Stroud anymore this year. I don't want to see this Texans ridiculous joke of a team, just get them off my TV. Get them off my TV, but unfortunately they're going to be on there one more time because they play in a joke of a franchise of a division. Anyways, let's go.
All right. So, with that 0 from your Texans kicker, remaining starters: Chase Brown, Achane, Higgins, Jennings, Chig, Charbonnet, and the Raiders. On the bench: McMillan, Debo, Wilson, Spears, B-Rob. This is non-PPR.
Well, I will say, I do like Garrett Wilson this week.
Yeah.
And Higgins is questionable for Saturday.
Uh-oh.
We'll see. If Higgins plays, you probably still got to play him. I'm not benching Chase Brown. I'm not benching Achane. I'm not benching Charbonnet because I just feel like too high of a floor and a ceiling now. So if Higgins plays, you probably got to play him. If Higgins doesn't play, go Garrett Wilson, I guess.
Yeah, so keep an eye. I'm not playing Debo. I don't care who my other options are. The only thing I'd say, looks like you have Charbonnet possibly at your flex. Put him at RB, and then put, I don't know, Achane at the flex instead. But yeah, everything else looks good. I think I would keep it the way I have it, but keep an eye on Higgins. All right, then we have Sean. Need some upside miracles. Lineup is Allen, Chase, Jason. Okay, I mean, it's pretty good. Sharp and Irving, flexing Thielen, Smith. Here's the bench.
I don't think you need upside miracles. Your lineup looks pretty good to me.
No. I mean, you don't have Saquon Barkley, but you have Charbonnet and Irving should still be very good this weekend. So I think you're fine.
I think you're
flex good. Thielen right now. He's got Thielen, Ford, Spears, McMillan. Would you switch anything?
I mean, I'll say if Tony Pollard is completely out, which who knows at this point, I would flex Spears over Thielen. I just think if Spears is getting all the touches against the Jaguars, he could smash. So, but other than that, I probably don't change it.
Yeah, like McMillan is still interesting. I mean, talk about upside. I think he probably has a little more upside than Thielen, but I don't think it's a big difference there. And then the opponent, he says, has JD, Higgins, McLaurin, Bijan, Gibbs, Achane, Bowers. Okay, so your opponent has some really good running backs, but I think you have better receivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's
look, it's championship week. You shouldn't expect it to be easy.
Yeah.
We're talking about probably the two best teams, or at least two of the best teams. It shouldn't be easy, and it'll feel better if it's not easy. Trust me.
Yeah. I don't think you need a miracle here, but I don't think we would change anything else here. So keep an eye on Spears, or I should say,
yes, Pollard. I did see Pollard didn't practice today, but that doesn't mean anything yet because this guy.
Yeah, so he did the last two.
He's out there on half a leg, and he's like, "But I got to get my incentives."
That's exactly what it is.
If anybody should be shut down right now, it should probably be Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I know 3-win team. Which look, come on, it's not serious. Okay, cash rules everything around us. J 1364.5 PPR. Bad start. There to go. Fairbairn. Blame the kicker.
Yeah.
He's asking to rate these teams, so I'm assuming his is first. Which one do you like better?
All right. Well, Connor, we don't know about yet. He has been limited, so there's a chance. We'll see. Connor, Bucky, Thielen, St. Brown. All right. Team's okay. Rich, Jacobs, JT, McLaurin, Wilson, Bowers. Oh, Nick. They're flexing Nick Westbrook, Akine.
Oh, interesting.
Team 2 certainly has the better running backs. Team 1's got the better QB. I think the wide receivers are probably even, maybe slightly towards Team 2. Team 2's got the tight end advantage. Team 1's got the flex. Might give the Eagles a slight edge on defense because no CeeDee Lamb. What can the Cowboys really do against that defense? I think I slightly prefer team 2, but again, it's the championship. I mean, it's hard to say one team is much better than the other at this point.
Yeah, I don't feel like either one is a dominant team. I mean, I like the Jacobs JT combo, but look, Jacobs does get the Vikings run defense, so it's not a great matchup for him. It is a great matchup for Jonathan Taylor, though. So it might come down to that, and your Lions, of course. I think it'll be close. I mean, you want to like a rating on each team for this week. If Connor plays and is good, I don't know, his team. Just forget the kickers. 7.75.
Yeah.
The opponent's team gets honestly, it's pretty close. I wouldn't love having Westbrook Akine in the flex.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson is risky. I hate to say it, it's probably about even for me. All right. Young Money is in the house. Merry Christmas. Full PPR. Rico, Spears, or Ford?
Well, Spears number 1 if Pollard's out. Ford number 2. I don't like Rico this week. I mean, we just saw him against a tough Tampa defense do nothing. This is an even tougher Eagles defense. I don't even care if you try to convince me, like, well, with CD out, maybe they'll just run the ball. It doesn't matter. No. If you can't run it effectively, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go Spears number 1 if Pollard's out, otherwise Ford.
Yeah, like with CD out against the Eagles on the road, the Cowboys will probably just get stomped. Like they're just going to lose by 28. I don't feel good about Rico at all. Yeah. So agree with that. Chig, Laporta, or Jonnu?
I'm still going Jonnu here. I mean, this is like what? 6 straight weeks of being an elite tight end. I'm not going to give up on him now. I mean, like it's the Browns. That doesn't scare me at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Chig this week, but let's not go overboard. Go Jonnu. Would you flex any of those over DJ Moore, Keenan Allen tonight?
I mean, I get it. I get it, but I don't think so. Like those guys have way more upside. Like Keenan and I mean, I would flex Spears if we knew Tony Pollard was for sure out, but we don't. So no. Those guys have enough upside. I'm just gonna leave them in.
Right. Exactly. All right. Good luck, Young Money. And then Carl is here. Half PPR. Got love. 3 receivers. AJB, DJ Moore. 2 running backs. Kyron and Connor. Chig. Addison and London, and then the bench. He says rank some backups for questionable. Oh, okay, because London is questionable. I think London's playing. T's questionable. Connor's questionable, and Grendo's always questionable.
Yeah, but I will say if Garendo plays, I will play him over Dowdle. If Connor doesn't. And then if T is out, I probably just go Addison. I mean, London, sure, will give you a floor, but I want that upside of Addison. So if T's out, I'll go Addison. Oh, wait, those are his flexes.
I think he's got Addison and London at the flex. So the only bench options are Strange, which no, you could just keep Chig in there. Harrison.
Well, I mean, if T's out, probably you got to go Harrison. You don't have another wide receiver unless you move like Addison or London to wide receiver and then flex. Nah, I'm not flexing Strange, and I'd rather just gamble on Harrison. He can give me 6 points just as easily as Dowdle can, but he can give me more. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go Garendo over Connor and Harrison over T, assuming they don't play.
Only if they don't play. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So right now, keep it the way you have it, Carl. Jim K, week 17 and 18, total points. So playing it all the way through. Knicks or Herbert?
Knicks.
Yeah. I can't think offhand what the schedule is for next week, but right now I think you have to go Knicks against the Bengals. 2 receivers in the flex. Puka, BTJ, Evans, Higgins, Sutton, JT.
Wow. What is this?
It's a good team.
If it's full PPR, I think I gotta go. I mean, I don't know. I might. Oh man, what is this?
It's a good team, is what it is. I think look with this group, I can just say, okay, just forget Higgins. You don't need to take the risk, right?
Right.
Bucky and Chase Brown are running back, and then JT. I really want to keep JT in there. I would flex JT, but then the question is, do you really want to sit a Evans or a Puka or somebody for Bucky? You know. But I feel like you have to start. But doesn't Bucky get the Panthers this week? I feel like you have to start.
Yep.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, I'll say, oh, man. If it's PPR, I'm going. This is why these shallow leagues are so tough. I mean, I don't think you can bench. I mean, I think your wide receivers have to be Puka and BTJ. As much as I don't want to bench Evans, I think those guys have to be your wide receivers. And then I agree. As much as I like Bucky, I don't know if I can sit JT. And I might just go Bucky over Evans. I know Evans has a chance to go like monster game, but Bucky gives you such a high floor with a high ceiling this week. So I might just sit Evans here and just play those three running backs with Puka and BTJ.
Yeah, the thing is, against Carolina, it favors the running back of Bucky instead of Evans. So, I mean, I think Bucky is basically a must start. So let's just do that. That's why I was leaning into Puka, BTJ, JT. Man, good luck. Adrian Michael in half, two receivers, Puka, Jennings, Neighbor, Thielen, McMillan.
I think in half I go Puka, Jennings.
Agree. Two running backs, Gibbs, Chuba, Sharps, Spears, and then we're going to need a flex.
I'm going to go Gibbs and Charbonnet tonight. And then if Pollard is completely out, I'll flex Spears. If not, in half PPR, I'm probably just going to flex Chuba. Even though I don't love his matchup this week, it's half PPR, and I mean, he still has touchdown upside. It's not like the worst possible matchup. So I'm going to go Gibbs, Sharps, Puka, Jennings, Spears if Pollard is out. Otherwise, Chuba.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking Neighbors, Thielen, Chuba. All those guys are basically more just like floor plays. Don't see anybody having a big week. So the safest there is probably it's going to be Chuba, the running back. And then what about Njoku, who's forever questionable, or just go Chig?
Yeah, I'd probably just go Chig, even if Njoku plays.
Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, there you go. Pedro Nevares. Up 57. He had the good players on Christmas Day, like Kelsey. Oh, Flowers was okay. Boswell has Hurts, Rodgers, Gino, or May. You have all of those. Okay, so if Hurts doesn't play,
yeah, I think I'd just go. Well, the thing is, you don't want to play Gino tonight and then have Hurts play. So,
right.
I'll just go Drake May. Hurts doesn't play.
Yeah, I think it's worth waiting because don't feel a big Gino game tonight. Bijan, Jones, AJ, Flex, Stevenson left to play, and on the bench is Spears and Ridley.
I would probably play Ridley over Stevenson. I would probably play Spears over Stevenson, even with Pollard, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Pollard's out, I would definitely play Spears, but I would play either of those guys over Stevenson for sure.
Yeah, it's the thing, Pedro. Remember, Ramondre last week fumbled again, and Jared Mayo publicly said something about protecting the ball, and he was asked whether he was going to get benched or who's going to have a different starter, and he didn't say no. So basically, we're going to see the same thing again. Ramondre is going to hit the bench for a little bit. So yeah, CJ HTX. Championship week. Here we go. Start a quarterback, two running backs, two, and a flex. Josh Allen or Baker Mayfield.
Got to go Allen.
Probably Josh Allen. Jacob Sharps, JT, and Chase Brown. It's one of these again. Mike Evans, BTJ, Addison Jennings. Two running
All
backs.
right, well,
Two
at least the wide receivers are easier. You can just go Evans and BTJ.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go Jacobs and Chase. You can't sit Jacobs.
No, even
Jacobs and what's that?
Even though it's the Vikings and a tough matchup, you can't sit Jacobs.
It doesn't. This guy can score 3 touchdowns on any given week. You can't sit him right now. Jacobs, Chase Brown. I think you got to go JT over Charbonnet. As much as I want to play Charbonnet tonight, I think I can't sit JT for Charbonnet. So
yeah, you have 4 really good running backs, which is good, and that's why you're in the championship. But exactly, Charbonnet, this is why we say borderline must, like, very strong start. But I'm not sitting a stud like JT. So there you go. Jacobs, JT, Chase Brown, Evans, BTJ, and good luck starting tonight. Luke Steins, who to flex? McBride, Addison, Connor, Ford, Pollard, Garrett Wilson. This PPR.
I think Connor's got to be number 1 if he plays. If he doesn't go, it's between Wilson and Addison for me. I mean, I do really like Wilson. You look at the Bills, they've given up the most fantasy points to wide receivers over the last 3 games. But you know what that means. That means Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams is going to have 20 targets. So I'd probably just go Addison over Wilson. So Connor number 1 if he plays, otherwise Addison.
Yeah, I agree with both. I was going to say I still like Addison's weekly upside. Connor, let's hope. I'm trying to look. I know that's the problem. It's Thursday, right? And we've already had 2 games yesterday, and then we have a game tonight. We still don't know final updates.
He's been practicing limited this week, so that is a good sign.
Well, I was going to say they play on Saturday. The Cardinals do, so we should have a better idea of them sooner.
Yep.
Yeah, make another day of practice for James Conner and Trey Benson, which we don't care about, but yeah, let's wait on Conner here. Jim Slim, Higgins, Rain, and questionable. Would you bench him for Thielen or McMillan or JMO?
No. If he's out, okay, maybe I go. Maybe I could talk myself into McMillan for the upside. But I'm not benching him if he plays.
Not for those guys, no. So keep him in there and hope for the best. Also, Bo or Goff.
Yeah, I think you just got to go Goff at this point. I mean, the last 2 weeks for Goff, he's been so good. Like, how do you not just roll them again?
Yeah, I hate to ask, but if it's been brought up. What's the rain weather situation for Cincinnati? Because apparently it's concerning.
Okay, scattered showers look fairly likely. I'm not worried about scattered showers.
Yeah, I look, don't want to dismiss it, but again, only if it's something that you really need to worry about, then I'm not going to make my decision based on that. So, all right, but you can go Goff anyways. Humberto, we already briefly talked about this. Does anybody benefit?
The Eagles defense benefits. Maybe Jake Ferguson, but the Eagles are very tough against tight ends. So, yeah, probably the Eagles defense benefits.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Keith says. What's up, Keith? The weather beast. It's the Philly defense. All right.
Yeah, I agree with Keith.
Vikilo had CD, now has BTJ, Keenan at the flex, Garendo, J.K. Dobbins, who, by the way, we didn't really talk about that a whole lot. Also, very surprisingly, Arston, Gus Edwards, he's out. I don't know what happened there. But J.K. Dobbins isn't in. That's what's weird. Like, he's on track to play, but he's questionable. So, I don't know.
Yeah, they just haven't, he's been practicing. I feel like we're going to probably see Dobbins this week. But I want to say DJ Moore here, but, man, you really run the risk. Like, you're really putting your eggs into that Caleb Williams basket. Like, if Caleb Williams plays like C.J. Stroud did yesterday, can I tell you how frustrated? Have I said how frustrated? Like, what has happened to CJ Stroud?
Yeah, legitimately. I think it's worth asking in Dynasty, who would you rather have at this point, Caleb Williams or CJ Stroud? Because we've seen only not even a full season of Caleb Williams, and at least he's made some progress. And the coaching staff, just every day it's changing. CJ Stroud has just regressed for no noticeable reason. Like, why? I mean, I know the offensive line is bad. The Bears' offensive line is bad too. So I don't think that's just an excuse.
Yeah, you can't just blame it all on the offensive. Like, I get the offensive line is bad, but if you're going to be one of the elite QBs in the NFL, you need to be able to play okay with a bad offensive line. Like he just, like, honestly, when we were watching the game, my wife was even saying, like, what's wrong with his face? He looks like something's wrong with him. Like, he looks like we're going to find out that, like, I don't know, he's been linked to Diddy parties or something, and he's about to go to jail. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he looks like something other than football is on his mind. And I was even thinking during the game, I'm like, you know what's crazy? I feel better about CeeDee Lamb with Cooper Rush than I do about anybody with CJ Stroud right now. Like, is this really where we're at with CJ Stroud? Like, I'd rather have my wide receivers catching passes from Cooper Rush. Anyways, I've ranted. I've railed on the Texans too much. It's more frustrating that, like, Nico went from being like a clear league winner to like a bust because CJ Stroud, I don't know what happened. Anyways, that being said, it would be very nerve-wracking to have both DJ Moore and Keenan Allen tonight and then get a Texans type game where, like, the Bears do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I don't really want to play Garendo or Dobbins, so that losing CD just hurts. I think I go with DJ Moore, and I hope at least one of those guys goes off. Like, maybe Keenan goes off and DJ Moore is just okay, or DJ Moore goes off and Keenan is okay. I really don't want to put Garendo or J.K. Dobbins in my lineup this week.
Very, very risky. I mean, I would think Dobbins might be the best play if he plays, but that's the thing. Is he going to play? Who knows? So I guess just go DJ Moore and don't risk the 0. Mississippi Queen. Let's see what we mean. 1. Going for it all right.
Well,
awesome. JD, Ford, Jacobs, Keenan, Thielen, McMillan, Chig, Raiders, Lutz. And on the bench, probably nobody would want to play. Anybody?
I could maybe consider Wilson over Thielen. Thielen probably a little safer. But Wilson has more upside, so yeah, I might go Wilson over Thielen, but that one is close. Thielen does have a great matchup this week, so if you want to, if you're feeling Thielen, just leave him in there.
There you go. And then Javon, no Lamb. Who are we flexing? Ford, Garrett Wilson, Cup, Garendo, and half.
Yeah, I'll just go Garrett Wilson here. I mean, Ford's okay too in half PPR, but I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson.
For the record, we did say this earlier in the week. We haven't given up on Cooper Kupp. There even was a question why I said yes to Kupp, but man, you can't feel great about it. So I think Garrett Wilson's fine too. Sammy needs one and a flex. Kamara? Is Kamara? Is there a chance he plays?
No, I think they've already ruled him out, haven't they?
Yeah, unless maybe there's something I didn't hear. I haven't seen anything about him, which makes me think there's nothing changed. But
actually, I said he has a realistic shot against the Bucks. Wow.
Against the Bucks, but that would be because they don't play the Bucks this week.
That's right. So that'd be week 18, huh?
Let me see. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not playing.
I thought I saw. Yeah. Okay. So he said, yeah, he has a better shot to play versus the Bucks than this Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, it is next week they play. Okay. So look, no to Kamara, Dobbins, who knows, Thielen, Keenan, Jacoby. Man, we need a running back. So basically, it's Kamara or Dobbins. It has to be Dobbins.
Well, it has to be Dobbins, and I hope you have a third option in case Dobbins isn't activated yet. Remember, he's coming back from IR. There's no guarantee he plays.
Right.
And I think I'll go Keenan at wide receiver. He's been so good lately. And then, yeah, let's try to go get a third option, Sammy, just in case.
There you go. And then at the flex, Jacoby?
Oh, we need probably still go Thielen here. Thielen has a good matchup, and Bryce Young's been playing well. I hate to do it, but I got to put Thielen over Jacoby. So Keenan and Thielen, wide receiver flex, and then Dobbins. I hope you have plan C for running back.
Mm-hmm.
You might need it.
Michael Cazares, the op has Nix Henry, Chuba, Amon-Ra, Terry, Bowers, Metcalf, Andrews. I have Kyler, Hall, Gibbs, Nico, BTJ.
Yeah, this is fantasy football. I haven't even looked at the teams yet. This is fantasy football. Nobody is cooked. You don't know who's going to go out there and drop a 0 or a huge bust, or who's going to go out there and, score 45 points or something this week. Nah, nobody is cooked here. Nobody is cooked.
Right. I mean, obviously, you're not feeling great that you have Nico and he had Henry, but it's still very early. You got Gibbs. You have good players, so not cooked yet.
Yeah. What if Gibbs goes for 30 and Chuba goes for 5?
Exactly.
Suddenly he's cooked.
Exactly. Yeah, Bucky against the Panthers. That's great. These guys on the bench, would you swap anything out? Too late to swap Nico?
Yeah, too late to swap Nico. Oh, CJ Stroud, curse you. No, I think you're good.
No. All right. Good luck. C. Hibbs. Pick 2, Swift, Jacoby, Jerome Ford. Who sits?
Yeah, Swift is sitting here. I'm not. Like, if Swift finally does something this week, oh, well. Oh, well. I'm not going to kick myself over benching Swift. Give me Myers and Ford.
Yeah, you can definitely bench Swift here. Alexander's channel, Waddle. That would be Chigankwonkwo, the Titans tight end, or Watson.
Oh, wow. Watson looks like he might play. Jalen Waddle looks like he might play. Man, could I? Oh, geez. I might just go Chig here. Look, Chig could bust. Chig could definitely bust, but I mean, Christian Watson can bust. Jalen Waddle has busted all year, basically. I might just go. I'm just going to go Chig and see what happens.
Yeah, Waddle's busted all year. Now he's still questionable after being hurt. Christian Watson did what last week? Oh, yeah. Nothing. Literally nothing. No. Just take what you get from Chig. Okay, Jones. I guess Aaron Jones or Charbonnet tonight.
Man, I know it's a good spot for Aaron Jones, but it's a better spot for Charbonnet. I'm going Charbonnet. It's close, but I'm going Charbonnet tonight.
Yeah, this is tough for me because I like Aaron Jones again. Great spot for him, like you said. I have him as a boom, but I think Charbonnet is just a better matchup. Big man fishing. What is up? Has JD. Very nice. 2-2 and a flex. Connor Irving, Garendo, B-Rob, McLaurin, Thailand. I think Thielen, Jennings, Harrison, Myers, DK, Judy.
All right, I'm going to go Connor and Bucky, assuming Connor plays. If Connor's out, B-Rob and Garendo is actually close for me.
Yeah, I mean, you think B-Rob could bounce back, but really, like you've been saying, Falcons' defense against the run has been pretty good.
It's been pretty good.
Less risk.
I might go Garendo. I might go Garendo here. That one's tough. Let's hope Connor plays, so you can just go Connor Irving. I think you got to play Terry. I think Jennings is probably second for me. It's full PPR. I'll probably just flex Thielen here.
Or I see DK at the end. Try not Judy.
DK,
not a good matchup.
18, you can drop Judy if you want. I mean, you keep him on your bench if you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah.
You want to give Judy a ring? Go for it. I don't know. I know DK, but man, when's the last time we saw DK do anything? He scored last week and still, what did he have? 30 something yards? Yeah, I don't know, maybe this is the week. Maybe this is the week against the Bears and Jalen Johnson, which doesn't seem like it should be the week, but maybe this is the week for him. I'm not doing it, though.
Probably not. Okay, so they'll go Connor Irving, McLaurin, Jennings, and then Thielen. Okay. good news, you'll know about Connor by Saturday because they play, and if he does sit, you can pivot. Trone Force with CD out. Okay, I didn't expect this. How do you feel about Aubrey, the kicker in Philly?
I mean, he's a kicker. Whatever. Isn't he like okay? I know Fairbairn was like the number 2 or the number 3 kicker all year, and he got a 0. But I mean, how do you bench the guy who's like the number 1 kicker all year?
Well, I will say, I mean, I guess this does make sense because I kept saying in the beginning of the stream, I was like, well, this just means they're going to go 3 and out. They're not going to move the ball. So you know what? Maybe they don't get field goals, although maybe they try more long field goals. I don't know. Jake Elliott hasn't been good this year. I don't know who Zane Gonzalez kicks for. Just go to the Rams kicker. Go Cardi. Run CMC. This is Julio. Merry Christmas. Did well with Andrews. Not so well with Fairbairn. But you have Burrow, Kyron, Achane, Gibbs, Evans, AJB, Miami, and the Colts. Okay, well, let's go with... You still like Miami defense over the Colts? It's pretty close. They're both good.
I'm gonna go Miami. It's Dorian Thompson Robinson. What did I see the stat? I think it was Mike Clay, the stat today that like he has the worst yards per attempt in the history of the NFL. The history of the NFL.
I believe
with like a certain amount of attempts. It's like 3.9 yards per attempt. Like the only reason they scored last week, well, it wasn't even because of that. Like, because did they even score a touchdown last week? I don't think. Did they score a touchdown?
I don't think so. Didn't they score like 6 points?
Yeah, the only way they even got close is because Jerome Ford ripped off a 60-plus yard run, and then of course they gave it to Foreman, who fumbled. I'm just gonna go Miami here. Plus, it might be raining, which means ETR might fumble the ball every other snap. Yeah, give me Miami.
That's why I was so sure Jameis Winston was still going to be the starter. Because how can you go to Dorian Thompson Robinson and say like, this is it, this is good for us, but maybe they don't want what's good for them. Okay, so he needs 2, 2, and 1 here. I just realized he's got Kyron Achane and Gibbs, Evans, AJB. Well, but it sounds like that's already set, isn't it? Spears. I'm not going to put Spears over any of those guys.
No, you're good at the lineup, right. But I play Miami.
Good. You're good. Sir Boomer is good, saying good evening. Yep, everyone, good Christmas.
Yep, hope everybody had a nice Christmas, definitely.
Okay, Adrian Michael also has this. Ferguson over Chig.
No, I'm not just going to all of a sudden bump up Ferguson. This is still a tough matchup against the Eagles defense. Like, yeah, this isn't like, oh, Kenneth Walker's out, Charbonnet is going to get every touch. This is like, we're hoping that the tight end for the Cowboys with Cooper Rush somehow gets a bump against one of the best defenses. No thanks.
Right. Yeah, I mean, sure, he'll probably get more targets. Well, like you said, it's the Eagles. No, let's just take Chig. Boomer also has a tight end question. Chig, Kraft, or Strange?
Chig.
Yep, Chig it is, which, by the way, I did notice. We'll talk about this on Saturday. The full injury report, but early in the week I saw Kraft was questionable, limited practice, and Luke Musgrave also questionable, which means he might actually be on the way back.
Yeah,
but let's go Chig. Cody, here's the lineup. Here's the bench. Any changes?
I'm just wondering, like, who's your QB?
He said remaining lineup, so I'm assuming he had like a Lamar or maybe Mahomes.
Okay, maybe you had Lamar, which is great. Hopefully you didn't have Stroud or Russ.
No.
Or maybe you had Mahomes, who also best game of the year. Yeah, I think you're good. I'm not. I mean, I don't think I'm playing any of those guys over Thielen. Like, maybe Devonta Smith if Hurts somehow plays, but I don't. Yeah, I think you're good.
I think you're good for now. Suzanne B also needs a pivot from Lamb, Devonta Smith, JMO, Reed, or Downs.
I'll say Smith if Hurts plays. If not, I'd probably just go Jameson. At least he's got Goff. He's in that Lions offense. I mean, Reed and Downs just so there's always a risk of like just an absolute like zero.
No.
Yeah. So Smith if Hurts plays, otherwise Jameson.
Yeah, and Reed, for what it's worth, not that we need a reason to not say yes to Reed. He did get some yardage last week, but that's because Christian Watson left early in the game. It's not a terrible matchup. I just don't want Reed in my lineup. And I know you feel the same way. That's also how I feel about Debo.
I mean, Reed had that long catch that was from Malik Willis in garbage time. Like he did nothing last week again.
Right. So like what my point is, let's not give him too much credit. Yeah. Ruben, Mahomes came through, Mixon did not. But you got Hall, Connor, Sharps, Dobbins, Adams, St. Brown, DJ Moore, just one running back, two receivers, and the flex. No Lamb.
Oh man, I think as much as I like, look, I wanted to put Charbonnet on the booms, but I'm like, well, if Kenneth Walker plays,
yeah,
that kind of kills that, so I couldn't do it. I know I put Hall on the booms, but I think I like Charbonnet enough tonight. I go Charbonnet at running back. You need two wide receivers. I think you got to play Adams and St. Brown, and honestly, you know what? I'll flex Breece Hall. Like DJ Moore is fine. He's got potential, but he also has the potential to get like just, like an okay game. I like Hall this week. So I'm going to go Charbonnet at running back, Adam St. Brown at wide receiver, Hall at flex.
Yeah, these as full PPR. Charbonnet, I agree. Lock him into your RB spot, like for tonight. The only thing is I might go Connor over Hall, but this assumes he plays and is good to go because Connor looked great last week. It's not a bad matchup against the Rams. So Connor and Hall is the only decision here. Adam St. Brown, definitely a receiver. The Shark. We go with the Seahawks defense tonight or the Raiders?
Raiders get Spencer Rattler?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I probably just go Raiders, even though they're not as good of a defense as the Seahawks. I mean, it's what are you worried about? Like all you're worried about, I don't even know because Kamara. I mean, you're not worried about anything. Kamara's not going to play. Yeah, just go the Raiders.
Yeah, it's the Raiders. Will Lutz or Chad Ryland?
Who's Chad Riley? Okay, this is like our fourth Chad Riley question. I still don't remember who he kicks for. Arizona?
Arizona. And they are at it's SoFi. There you go.
Yeah, probably just go him.
There you go. Okay. Ryland and Raiders.
I'm shocked we still get kicker questions, honestly.
Paco Pedroza. Pick 2. Jennings, Reed, Cup. Okay. Well, that's it. And then Colts D, yes.
I'm just going to go Jennings and Cup. I mean, Cup and Reed both risky. Both have the chance to give you a 0, but Cup at home with Stafford. I'm going to go Jennings Cup. I mean, I don't like it, but that's what I'm going to do.
No, but again, I don't want to play Reed, but these guys are good enough. You can go. Again, not totally out on Cup. He had 2 tough road matchups. I like Jennings this week. Could be too high on him, but I think he does have some upside. So Jennings and Reed. And Colts defense is totally fine. The only ones we like better are the Dolphins and I guess the Raiders. Okay, so speaking of, we have Mr. Bleach.
All right.
Bleach. Angry Bert. Which defense? Miami Eagles now, which are more interesting because Cooper Rush without CeeDee Lamb, or the Bills?
Yeah, Eagles definitely more interesting, but I think Miami just has so much upside. Like they could be one of those defenses that win weeks. I think you just got to roll Miami. And if somehow DTR lights them up or if something crazy happens, like they sack DTR for the 10th time and he, rolls his ankle and they put Winston in there and then Winston drops 30 on him in the second half. Oh, well, what are you going to do?
But even if Winston drops 30, he'll still also mix in 2 or 3 interceptions. So
true.
You're good.
And probably 5 more sacks. So you're probably still good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Dolphins. One good thing about the Dolphins this year is the defense definitely has stepped up. They've been good. All right, so it's Miami, and then we have Trig Borchers. Start 1, Dowdle, Bigsby, Spears.
Nah, I don't want it. Well, Yeah, I might just start Spears here with or without Pollard. I might just go Spears no matter what. He's been good, and not only are the Jags terrible against running backs, I talk about this in tomorrow morning's video. They give up the third most receptions and second most receiving yards to running backs. And even with Pollard, that's Spears' role, is that pass catching guy. So I think even with Pollard, Spears can have a nice game. Give me Spears here over these guys.
Yeah, Dowdle is the guy who you'd think, oh, maybe he'll get him up. No, he probably suffers with CD being out.
Yep.
I don't want a Jacksonville running back, so let's go Spears. Charles C. Is that Josh Allen? Even if it says pass TD equal to rush, so it's like a 6-point touchdown, but it doesn't matter if it's Josh Allen.
I mean, even if pass touchdowns were worth 8 and rush touchdowns were worth 4, I'd still start Josh Allen.
Yeah. If it's Kyle Allen, I'll pass.
You know, why do we still get these questions? Like, we were getting questions about people worried about Lamar Jackson against the Texans or whatever. Like, do I sit Lamar? Like, why? There's just these guys have been awesome all year, almost every single week. Just do it.
Yeah, it's Josh Allen here. It's definitely not Caleb Williams. No, but it's Josh Allen. And again,
I mean, maybe if it was like if you got a point per sack, I would play Caleb Williams.
Well, there you go. If it was like a negative league, like no.
If you actually gained it, like every time your quarterback got sacked, you got a point. I would like give me Caleb.
Right. That's or like the point is to get your point total as close to 0 as possible. Like
yes, Caleb. Go with Caleb.
And again, not to harp on anybody, but sometimes we don't just subscribe to the start your studs. Like, don't think about it. No, you want to think about it, but don't overthink it. Like when you have a stud, and again, on those start sit videos, we have certain guys are must starts. When we say must start, that means just don't think about it.
Right. Last week, everybody wanted to bench Jaden Daniels.
Well, exactly. And you were beating the drum for him last week, and you had to. You're like, guys, don't say Jaden Daniels. Jackson Merriman in Superflex got Sam Darnold and either Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, or Zach Charbonnet.
Oh, man.
Now, that's interesting.
Yeah, but I think I feel okay enough about, like, man. It's not like, Zach Charbonnet is a sure thing here.
No.
I think I feel good enough about, like, Herbert against the Patriots to just play Herbert in Superflex.
Yeah, and then the question here is, you go Herbert or Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, again, very risky. We know we've seen his ceiling is higher than Herbert, but the floor is lower. He has limited turnovers. The thing is, against tough defenses, meaning anybody who's not Detroit, he's tended to be very mediocre from a fantasy standpoint. So probably just safer with Herbert. I don't know. What is Herbert? Maybe if I don't know, I can't say that. Like if J.K. Dobbins is out too, maybe they'll just have to pass the ball because they have 0 running game. That's probably just not good for the offense.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Herbert. And then another kicker question: Aubrey or Will Reichert?
I mean, again, I'm like the worst person to ask kicker questions about. I still don't like. I'm just surprised you guys still trust us with kicker questions. I'd probably just go Aubrey because I'm just like, I don't want to think about my kicker, and he's been the best kicker all year. So why am I going to think about my kicker?
Yeah, I think it's worth thinking about Aubrey because of CeeDee Lamb and it's the Eagles. So I'll eliminate the risk here and go Reichert. And then Miami or Colts. We've been saying Miami. Let's go Miami. There you go. All right. FYI, we have just now caught up to all the chats before we started to stream online. So we have plenty of super chats.
Lightning round already?
Yeah, because we have a little over an hour till the game starts. So we're going to get through the super chats. Let's keep going. Jake the Snake, CD out. Connor is taking over, but is questionable. Any pickups?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, I don't mind Madison this week. Madison went back to being the workhorse last week. He had 20 expected fantasy points. He gets the Saints. The Saints. Like, look, I don't want to play Madison, but if it's between Madison or, I don't know, like, I don't even, like, who else is on waiver wire probably? Like, if it's between Madison and Kendrick Miller, I'm probably just playing Madison.
I guess so. Let's just hope Connor's good to go. That's all I'll say. Rise talking about quarterbacks. Help to explain this. He's firing Charbonnet. Good. He's for some reason.
Yep. Because you know what? Oh, it's Lamar. It's on the road. It's Christmas Day. Oh, it's the Texans defense. Oh, I can't start Lamar Jackson. Oh, yeah. Well, enjoy second place. That's what you get. That's what you get for benching Lamar. That's what you get.
Lamar Jackson. Don't do that. All right. Well, I'm glad it wasn't you, Rise. You know better, of course.
Exactly.
Ray Hernandez, Sharbs, or I guess James Cook.
I mean, I like Charbonnet, but I don't think I could bench James Cook.
It's the Jets. Not a scary matchup. Yeah, I think you have to keep going with James Cook. Don't you?
Cook has been so good.
Kincaid or Ertz?
I might go Kincaid here. I don't feel great about either, but at least Kincaid gets some. I'll go Kincaid, I guess.
Yeah, I'm fine with Kincaid. Geno or Rudolph?
Well, I don't like Geno tonight, but I like him more than Mason Rudolph. I mean, man, you always run the risk of Mason Rudolph, like 3 interceptions in the first half, and you're like, what have I done? Like, what was I thinking? Give me Geno.
Yeah, and I would only even entertain it because he plays the Jaguars, but still, no, not putting Rudolph in for the championship or whatever you're playing for, even if it was the consolation bracket. Adrian now apologizing for the defense question. No, you don't need to apologize. If it's a kicker question, you can apologize. Raiders or Chargers?
Yeah, I don't mind because at least defense you can predict by looking at the other offense. I know it doesn't always work out, but what in fantasy football does always work out? Kickers, like, yeah, whatever. Raiders
it is. Johnny 22 Bear championship game. Let's get this W 2 a tight end and a flex. Got more JSN, Metcalf, Adams, Harrison, Jacobs, Irving, B-Rob, Pollard, Garendo, and then Bowers or Kittle.
Wow. Bowers and Kittle. All right, well, you got to go Jacobs, Irving at running back. I'm going to go JSN Adams at wide receiver. I think you still got to go Bowers at tight end. And do I dare flex George Kittle? I might just flex George Kittle here. I mean, DJ Moore is okay. I don't mind DJ Moore. I don't think I want to flex Harrison. I barely want to flex Metcalf. I don't want to flex B-Rob or Pollard or Garendo. So it's either Kittle or DJ Moore. Honestly, it's Kittle or DJ Moore. I might just go Kittle. He's been so good. I know it's the Lions. I know they're tough against tight ends, but I don't think it matters.
Oh, I was going to say that the Lions defense hasn't really been tough against anything lately. So generally, yes, they are. Well, okay. So technically they are the number 1 defense against tight ends, but George Kittle is kind of an exception. So yeah, the flex, it's a toss up between Moore and Kittle. I'm fine. I would probably go Kittle as well. John Fisher, Caleb Williams, Anthony Richardson, or Tua.
Tua probably your safest bet. That's probably who I would play. Yeah, it's probably just who I go with. Unless we hear that the weather, like the rain really is going to be bad. I'm talking like not scattered showers. I'm talking like heavy rain all game long or most of the game. Then maybe I go Richardson. Because Richardson, like the Giants have given up the most rushing yards to QBs. So I don't mind Richardson, but I prefer Tua because he's safer than Richardson.
Yeah. The thing I worry about with Tua is, first of all, it's on the road. He's definitely a lot less effective on the road in general, and it's going to be probably kind of coldish. Not snowing, but still. It's not going to be South Florida. And they just might not need to pass the ball much at all. So Tua is definitely safer, but man, if you need some upside, I would probably just roll the dice what they are. And then same thing, Dolphins or Colts, both good, but we're going Dolphins.
Dolphins.
G, Gursehapal Singh, got the membership again. Thank you, G. All right, and then let's see. John got the membership already. Start 2 running backs: Garendo, Tracy, Ramondre, Ford, Kendre, or Tajay Spears.
Ford is actually the one I feel the best about. Honestly, I might just go Ford and Spears. Just give me Ford and Spears. Even if Pollard plays, I'll go Ford and Spears.
All very risky here. Ford and Spears find 2 between Metcalf, Ridley, out.
Keenan and Ridley, I guess.
Yeah, I would say Metcalf. Harry Taylor needs 2. Moore, Tyreek, BTJ, and I'm assuming Lund? No, London. I was going to say Lad.
Yeah, London. I think Brian Thomas Jr. has to be 1. I might just go DJ Moore tonight. I just feel like London is just a floor play. Tyreek Hill might just be a floor play at this point, too. DJ Moore, I feel like, has a floor, but he also has upside. I might just go DJ Moore, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, BTJ is definitely 1. I think Moore's fine. Like I said, I'm worried about some Dolphins offense other than Achane this week. All right, so here's Gersahapal G wants to be called. His 2 questions. Chase Brown or Kyron Williams?
I think you got to go Kyron against the Cardinals. Such a good matchup. Kyron.
Yeah. A little tougher spot for the Bengals going against Broncos. Yeah, I'll go Kyron as well. And then if Hurts isn't going to play, Nix or Darnold?
Well, at least you have good options. I'll go Darnold.
Yeah. Yeah, both are pretty good. What is up, Roberto? Here for the spicy takes.
What's up, Roberto?
We just had a pretty spicy trade in one of the Dynasty leagues. Why not, right?
Oh, man. That was a monster trade. You're going to help him win the championship, I think.
Well, we'll see. Like my goal is to rebuild, and his goal is to win. So hopefully it's a win-win. Jonathan Carey, Rodgers over Tua, or pick up Herbert.
Unless the weather like really, really, really looks bad in that Miami game. No, I'm not doing
it. Rodgers was a bust last week. I might go Herbert between these 3, saying he could pick up Herbert.
Yeah, I would pick up Herbert, drop Rodgers, pick up Herbert. I will say if there's no rain, I think the temperature is only supposed to be like in the 50s for that Cleveland game, so I'm not worried about the cold for Tua. I will say if there's no rain in that game or anything, like it's just cold, like it's not even cold, it's 50s. I would still probably prefer Tua to Herbert because again, remember the Chargers have to go on the road against New England in the cold. That's not great for him either. But if it looks bad, like the rain looks bad, then yeah, just pivot to Herbert. So drop Rodgers, pick up Herbert, and then pay attention to weather.
Yeah, what you have to realize though is when you live in Miami, 50 is pretty cold. Everything like that's pretty cold. Anything under 70, you're like, man.
Yeah, but I think the stat for Tua is like when it drops below like 40 something. Like I think he can handle 50s.
He can handle it. I'm sure he can. No. But actually, in looking into this, because it's one of those things I didn't really dive into, but you kind of feel like, man, he's better at home. But looking into it, he's had a lot more games at home because he missed, of course, several games. But almost 20 more yards per game at home, 13-3 touchdown interception rate at home, 6-4 on the road. That means in 4 road games, he's thrown a total of 6 touchdowns. That's not very good. So, and just worried about the lack of upside. Not that I love either of those 2 guys anyways. All right, here's Texas Pete. Not going to have the CeeDee Lamb, Texas Star. Juwan and Evans. Evans needs a flex. Myers, Thielen, Pollard, Abdullah.
I'll give Thielen the slight edge over Jacoby just because Bryce has been playing better than Aiden O'Connell. And he does have a really good matchup as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Pollard even if he's playing again. Just has not looked the same. Let's go Thielen, James Jones, 2 QB, full PPR, Goff, and go Geno or Richardson.
I'm going to go Richardson. Again, he's risky, but so is Geno tonight against the Bears. But again, the Giants, most rushing yards allowed to QBs. I want to chase that.
Yep. I'll go AR2, look for some upside. And then wide receiver 3 and the flex, Jennings, Harrison, McMillan, Pollard, Spears, B-Rob, or Johnny.
I'm just going to go Jennings and probably McMillan, unless Pollard is completely out, and then I'll go Jennings, Spears. But assuming Pollard does play, I'll go Jennings, McMillan.
That's why I would do it like Jennings this week. There you go. Well, of course, we have to help Andrea. OG. Needs a receiver and a flex. Neighbors, Garrett, Ladd, Charbonnet.
Ooh, I think I'm just going to go Lab and Charbonnet here.
Yeah.
But don't put Charbonnet in your flex, Andrea. Take one of your running backs, move them to the flex, and put Charbonnet in the running back slot.
There you go. Yeah. I immediately went to Ladd and Charbs. Those are 2 guys I like. So let's play them.
Yep.
And then I guess we need to call him now King Turd Ferguson.
King Turd. What's up, King Turd?
Would you go with JSN, DJ, Allen?
Oh, over on. I was going to say, wait, aren't you already the champion? Okay, so now you're doing pick'ems. I don't know what their yards are.
And Swift and DK under on yards and underdog. He's good this week.
Didn't we do DK under on the wide receiver video?
We did. Yeah, we did. I'm glad you mentioned this. Okay, so this is a perfect time since we're now about halfway through. We'll look them up real quick. We can't get too deep into it because we want to make sure we get all your questions in. But this is a good time to remind you all, look, maybe you already won. Maybe after this week, you're like, what do I do? Because I'm already the king. I've won my league, runner up or whatever you are. You're like, I want some more football action. If you haven't tried Underdog, do the picks on Underdog. You already know you get a free pick for signing up this week. It's Tua just getting 1 yard. As much as he hates the cold, and I hate it for him, I still think he'll get a yard. So get the free pick, combine it with any pick you like, and there you go. Good chance to win. But make sure you use code ENDGAME when you sign up. So you're going to go to Underdog, download the app, or you go to underdogfantasy.com, and then you check out, and then you're going to have a little part of the checkout where it says promo code. I think it says put ENDGAME in there so you get the free pick plus your bonus cash. All right, so back to the question.
All right, so JSN is 75.5. I probably would just not touch that one, honestly.
Yeah, don't feel great.
DJ Moore is 56.5. Keenan Allen is 59.5. Those are also pretty close for me. I might go higher on Keenan Allen. I'm going to take the under on DK Metcalf unless it's dropped. Swift is at 56.5. When's the last time he even did that?
Yeah, what I do
sometimes,
it's a lower threshold. I might take a first half. Like right now, I'm looking at Keenan Allen first half receptions, 2.5. So if he comes away with 3 catches by halftime, which is not that much for a guy who's the leading receiver, I might feel better about that than the yardage.
Yeah, I think just looking at him real quick, if we're just looking at yards, I like DK lower than 60.5 and Keenan higher than 59.5. I could probably get behind Swift lower than 56.5 if you want to throw in a third one, but I don't love it.
Right. If you don't feel really good, confident about something, you just don't take it. Pass and go or another play. There's plenty of other options. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. But you're good this week. Let's get to Herberto Lopez in standard. JSN, BTJ, Higgins or Spears?
Okay. If Pollard is completely out in standard, I'll go Spears. But if Pollard plays, I'm just going to go BTJ. I mean, he has touchdown upside, big play upside. So, yeah.
Yeah, with these choices, you can pass on JSN in standard. Josh Allen, or it doesn't matter who the or is.
Yeah, it does. It really doesn't. There is no or. There is no or. There is nobody I'm starting. I mean, Lamar might have been the only choice, and he already played. So there is no or.
Fernando Balmori. Thank you, Fernando. In one QB league, Goff, Darnold, or Richardson.
Darnold.
Two running backs, Spears, Tracy, Abdullah.
Well, I'm definitely playing Spears here. I'll probably just play Tracy. I don't love it, but Abdullah, oh man, I know they get the Jags, but yeah, I'll just go Spears, Tracy.
Spears, Tracy. Three receivers, McMillan, Addison, St. Brown, Mooney, and Puka.
All right, this is easier. Addison, St. Brown, Puka.
Yeah, definitely. Here you go. Doug Fenton, Stafford or Murray?
Murray. Well, no, actually, you know what? I'm going Stafford. I'm going to go Stafford.
I'm going Stafford. Someone asked, or was it yesterday? I think on Draft Lane. They're like, I don't even care who it is. I'm done with Murray. Like, give me a different quarterback. And like, I get it. I get it.
I get it.
Lethal Jake. All right, sit one. Keenan, Jacoby, or Harrison? Well,
Harrison.
This is.
I mean, we're done with Murray. By extension, we're kind of done with Harrison, aren't we?
This is exactly what I was just saying. I can gladly sit Harrison. I don't have to worry about it. David Uffner, T or Lad?
I might just go Lad and not even risk it with T being questionable.
Yep. I like Lad this week. T, I mean, he's been playing. Hats off to him for not missing too many games this year, but I'll just take Lad. If Hurts misses, AR or May?
AR.
Go. Anthony Villarreal with Lamb out. Thielen, Wilson, McMillan, or Cup?
I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson this week. I'm also okay with like McMillan or Thielen here if you want to play it, I guess, a little safer. But it's not like Wilson isn't safe. It's not like Wilson doesn't get any targets. It's like Wilson has a floor still. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I guess. All right. For me, it would be either Wilson or Cup, who you feel like might bounce back. All right. And I'll put this one up. SC Brew, humbled grandson. There you go. Teach him a lesson. So PPR needs two receivers in the flex, I guess, to go on to beat some other family member. Sutton, London, Jennings, Samuel, Hall.
Yeah, I'm going Sutton, Jennings, and Brees Hall.
There you go. And now we have also for G, with the Chargers defense should be good, or I can get the Seahawks defense. Chargers against Patriots or Seahawks against Bears?
I think I'll go Seahawks against Bears. I think more upside against Caleb Williams, more sacks, more turnovers.
Yeah. Jay says Thielen is questionable. Has McMillan. Is he a good place? Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, McMillan. I kind of look at McMillan and Thielen pretty similarly, so yeah.
And then Chig over Laporta?
Yeah, I'm going Chig over Laporta, but I get it. Like, I get it if you want to stick with Laporta. It's not like Chig is a sure thing here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think Laporta at least has more touchdown upside because he's been scoring and Chig hasn't. He's just got a ton of catches. But the 49ers, again, one of the toughest tight end defenses, like always. So it might not be a big Laporta week. I would put Chig in, but it's close. Andrew Olvey, Sharp, Sutton, BTJ can only start two.
Wow. BTJ and Charbonnet.
Yeah, this one's tough because Sutton against the Bengals, man, it's such a good spot. But I don't think you can sit BTJ, and again, Charbonnet is such a good start to it. And then Raiders, Dolphins, Colts. We're going Dolphins for defense, but
I'm going Dolphins.
John Wickering.
What's up, John?
No Lamb. So Neighbors, McConkey, Jennings, McMillan, Stevenson, two receivers in the flex.
I'm going to go Ladd, Jennings, and I'm probably still going to go Neighbors. If you want to gamble on more upside, you can go McMillan. But I think I'm going Neighbors, McConkey, Jennings.
Yeah, agree with that. Have we heard anything on Hurts?
Yeah, he hasn't practiced yet, so it's not looking good. Unless he practices tomorrow, it's not looking good.
Yeah, definitely plan. Okay, so we got Drake May. After that, Rudolph or Young.
I'd probably just go Drake May. I mean, Bryce Young did have a nice game last week. They do get the Bucks, but man, it feels very risky.
Yeah, it's not. Rudolph can't do it. Yeah, May or Young or May. I might go Young, but it's close. And then, all right, well, this is fitting. Help me. We will. Kyron, St. Brown, and BTJ are locked in. One running back in a flex between Terry, Charbonnet, Cook, and Dobbins.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not Dobbins. That's easy, but I don't really want to bench Terry McLaurin in full PPR, but I don't really want to bench Charbonnet or Cook, but I don't know. It's full PPR. I think in this case, I got to go Terry and Cook.
Yeah, I mean, we can easily ignore Dobbins here, even if he plays. Yeah, I can't sit Terry. Against the Falcons, that pass defense, I think you have to play Terry, and then Charbonnet Cook is the same dilemma from before, right? It could go either way, but I feel better about Cook in that offense. So let's go Cook as well. Terry Cook. And yeah, you're good otherwise. Cheech without Chong. Championship. Do I start Keenan Allen or wait for James Conner?
Ooh, you got Thielen. You can pivot to Thielen. That's not bad. I might wait. I might just wait for James Conner.
Yeah, I like Conner if he plays.
Yeah, because Thielen's not a bad pivot. It's not like if you were like, hey, my pivot is Christian Watson. I'd be like, nah, just play Keenan. But your pivot's Thielen. He should be good this week. I'll just wait for Conner. And if Conner's not out, Thielen's fine.
Yeah, I want to wait.
Hope Keenan doesn't go off tonight, because if he does, it's gonna.
Well, like it was, Keenan against the Lions. Like last week, I said no, you just play Keenan, but it's a little tougher matchup. He'll be fine, but I want to wait for Conner. Remember the last time that the Cardinals played the Rams way back, Conner went off 122 yards and a touchdown. I want to play Conner, so there you go.
Yep.
And then bad motions. Baker, Madison, Bucky, DK, Higgins, McBride, Evans, Dicker, and Miami. On the bench is Joe Burrow, Mooney, Javante Pittman, Raiders, Okonkwo. Needs help due to injured RBs. I don't know what other Joe would be on the bench.
Unless you bench Joe Mixon, which looks good now, but I would not have benched Joe Mixon for Madison, so probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you got Bucky and Madison. I mean, like, Madison, not obviously the best start this week, but he's fine. I would start Madison over Javante, like, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm not really starting anybody else here. I mean, if that's Joe Burrow, I'm probably starting him over Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I can't think of who else it would be. And then, Okonkwo is a great pickup, but I'm not sitting McBride for him.
No.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to change here. I don't love starting Madison, but you don't seem to have any other option. So, yeah, I think you're good. Nick Walker. Devontae Smith or Tyron Tracy at the flex in full PPR?
Just give me Devonta Smith. Isn't Tyron Tracy banged up too? I know he scored last week, but that was like a toe tap touchdown, broken play. Just give me Smith.
Yeah, and then Spears or Pollard now. Even if Pollard plays, just go Spears.
Yeah, I prefer Spears. Spears at least is healthy.
And then Miami or Philly. Miami,
and I'm going Chig over Ferg, even with CD out.
Yeah. Brother Charles Johnson needs a tight end. Is it Laporta or Chig?
Well, if it's me, I'm going Chig.
Yep, I'll go Chig too. Also, RB2, Bigsby, Madison, Kamani Vidal.
I'd probably just go Madison here.
Yeah, I don't think Vidal can be starting anywhere.
No.
It's going to wind up being like Hassan Haskins or something if Dobbins doesn't play.
Exactly.
Crooked Samaritan needs 2. London, Thielen, or Sutton in the rain.
I'm going Thielen and Sutton here. Again, I just like London's fine. It sounds like he's gonna play, but I just feel like London is just a floor play. Like he just gives you a floor. I'd rather have Sutton and Thielen.
Yeah, London. I feel worse about London this week than I did last week, and I didn't want to play London last week because the upside is already capped with Penix barely starting, and now it's a road game against Washington, which doesn't give up big games to receivers. Last week he had a pretty good matchup, so and now the hamstring. I don't want to play London at all, really. So Thielen and Sutton. Danny A needs 2. Jennings, Neighbors, or Chuba.
I'm probably just, man. Chuba is tough this week. He's coming off a big game, but remember the week before was not a big game, and last week was a smash matchup. This is the Bucs who have been way better against the run. I think I just go, assuming it's PPR, I think I just go Jennings and Neighbors. At least I know Neighbors is going to give me like 13, 14, 15 points. If Chuba doesn't score, he's probably going to get you like 8 or 9 points, 10 points probably. Assuming PPR, I'll go Jennings, Neighbors.
Right. If it's PPR, just go with those first 2. Slayer E. Bought to the chip from a 3-7 start. There you go.
Just nice. Very nice.
Proving doesn't matter how you started. Okay. Darnold, Cook, Spears, Chase Sutton, Ferg, Higgins, Aubrey, Dolphins. On the bench, Pollard, McMillan, Judy, Seahawks.
Yeah, I think you're good. It's tough. I mean, I'm starting Spears over Pollard, and I'm not. I mean, if Higgins is out, I'll put McMillan in, but that's it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Judy helped get you there to the last few weeks, but he's unstartable now. So
unstartable.
And then Spears over Pollard, even if Pollard plays. So there you go. Hey, congrats, and hopefully let's take that championship home. So Bully Fit Prod or Productions, I don't know, did pay to ask this. So I have to put it up. Josh Allen or Brock Purdy?
Come on. Josh Allen.
I mean, the Jets defense is it doesn't matter. It's Josh Allen. Just go Josh Allen. Tron Force. Eagles or Colts defense with CD out?
Yeah, just go Eagles. I just think they're way safer. I know the Colts get a great matchup, but the Colts defense just has could always just give up some stupid touchdown or something. Like, yeah, they're not very good. Just go Eagles.
They could. The Minnesotan, DK or McMillan?
I'm going to go McMillan. Again, just not expecting a big DK game. Like, I think McMillan can at least get you what DK gets you and more. So I'm going to go with McMillan.
Yeah, I like McMillan. Gets the Panthers. It's a pretty good spot. Let's go McMillan. Curtis Edmonds, Auden, Chig, Kincaid.
Chig. Easily Chig here.
Definitely Chig here. Devontae Smith or Charbonnet?
Charbonnet.
Even in PPR, because Charbonnet will catch some passes. So I think the floor is just as high. And then we have J.R. Gordo. All right. Keenan Allen, Wilson, or Cup. 2 of them. Who sits here?
I'm sitting Cup. I'm not completely out on Cup, but I like Allen and Wilson enough to sit Cup.
Yeah, you got me rethinking Gary Wilson because I had just been tempted to ignore him. What is he like about Wilson this week? Just because the Bills' defense has been, gouged by receivers.
They've been giving up a ton to wide receivers. I mean, it's not like he's not targeted, and
not enough.
I mean, yeah, not enough, but yeah, the Bills have been giving up so much to wide receivers lately. There's only two defenses that are giving up over 200 PPR points to wide receivers the last 3 weeks. It's the Bills and the Cowboys, and the Bills are giving up 243. The Cowboys have only given up like 205. They've been horrible.
It's weird too. I don't know what has changed here. I mean, I don't remember them losing any significant defender as of late, so I'm not sure why. But all right, well there we go. So we're Sid Cup, Swimmy Hendricks in half. Love or AR?
I'm gonna go Love.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Love here. RB needs two. Bucky, Taylor, Sharp, Hall, Tank. It's not Tank.
I think you got to go Bucky and Taylor. As much as I want to play Charbonnet and Hall, I can't sit those guys.
Well, I think we still get a flex at least. Okay, needs two receivers: Evans, Garrett Wilson, or Thielen, or Watson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Evans and Wilson. I think I like Wilson a little more in half PPR than Thielen.
Right. So Evans, Wilson, Bucky, JT, and flexing
Charbonnet.
There you go. So don't flex Charbonnet. Put Charbonnet as your RB, and then you can flex who plays
Bucky Saturday? Or Taylor. Whoever. I usually just flex whoever plays the latest.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Who does play the latest? I think they both play Sunday.
Yeah, you can see on your little app, it'll say the day and the time. Just put the one that plays the latest.
Yeah, this is so annoying now. It's like 3 Saturday games. I got to figure out who's playing Saturday. All right. Anthony's in the house. What is up?
What's up?
Championship game. Sit either Garrett, T, DJ Moore, Devonta Smith.
I'll sit Garrett Wilson if Hurts plays. If Hurts doesn't play, which is sounding likely, then I'll sit Devonta Smith. Obviously, if T is out, you got to sit him. I don't know how. Do we ever really know how serious a T Higgins injury is?
No, that's the fun thing about having T Higgins on your team.
Yes, that's what makes T so fun.
So fun. Yeah, all things being equal, I would sit Devonta Smith, but again, obviously keep an eye on T Higgins. I think, and the big question is here: are you playing DJ Moore tonight? Yeah, I think you can lock in DJ Moore.
Yeah, just play him for now.
And happy championship week to a lot of you.
Yes.
We still have a little over a half hour till the game starts. We're going to keep catching up on the super chats. Bear with us, guys. We're going to get through them. Robert Williams, Sharp over Chase Brown.
I know it's Denver, but I can't do that. I can't do it. Chase Brown's been so good. He's in such a better offense. I'm going Chase Brown still.
And look, it's not like Denver's an elite defense. They have been very good. They've got a lot of sacks. I'm not sure they still lead the league in sacks, but they're not shutting down the Bengals. I'm pretty sure they're not. LA, Kyler, AR.
I'll just go AR. These guys feel very similar. Go AR.
Yeah, I would. Chuba or Sharps?
I'm going Sharps.
Definitely Sharps here. John Wickering with another sit. McConkey, Addison, Thielen.
I'm going to sit Thielen here. I just think the other two have more upside.
You agree there. Flex. Kamara would be a no. Shakir, Jacoby, Hubbard.
I don't love Chuba's matchup this week, but I think I still have to flex him over these guys. He's still getting all the touches. He's still been mostly good. I'll go Chuba.
Let's be pure. Chuba or Shakir? I think Shakir's fine, but I guess Chuba is probably a little higher floor. 2 receivers in the flex: Keenan, Thielen, Devontae, Jacoby Myers, Kamara again, Hubbard, Irving, BRJ.
Oh, well, that escalated quickly. Irving at the flex for sure. And then I'm just going to go Keenan and Thielen for my 2 wide receivers.
There you go. Yeah, I agree. I'm not feeling great about. Yeah, it's not feeling like a big Devontae Smith game. BRJ. Nah, yeah, you have to flex Irving. So there you go. Keenan Thielen's fine. Trone, here's the lineup. Going up against Burrow and Chase. Well, that's not good. McMillan, Gibbs, Sharps, Jonu. You got Barkley, you got Chase Brown. I think you got a very good chance.
Yeah.
Happy. Flex 1. Tracy, Stevenson, Odunze, or QJ.
In full PPR, I'll just go Odunze and hope he scores.
Yeah, I cannot feel good about Ramondre. As we said, might even get the start this week. QJ, can't do it. Tracy, Odunze, Tracy. Shoot for the upside of Odunze. All right, we have Jack Spain. There you go. Needs a receiver and a flex. Alamooney Downs, Kendre.
I'll go Mooney at wide receiver. He actually had a pretty decent game last week. So I'll go Mooney and, oh, man. I don't know. Do I just go Mooney and Downs and hope for a touchdown? I mean, Kendre Miller. I want to say Kendre Miller, but oh gosh, that was so bad last week. I'll just go Mooney and Downs and light some candles, Jack.
I mean, if it's a PPR league, just go the two receivers because at least the Colts do have a very good matchup. So yeah, Downs could do something. Mooney, I mean, Penix was looking at him more than London, maybe because London wasn't right, but yeah, just go the receivers. Then we have Vision Cardano, 1, and 2 flex. Evans, Hill, McLaurin, Jacobs, Kyron, JT.
Man. You might have to just play Geno tonight. Sorry, I skipped ahead to the second question because I mean I want to wait for Hurts, but I really don't want to play Mason Rudolph or Mac Jones. You might just have to roll with Geno tonight, unfortunately, because if Hurts doesn't practice tomorrow, he's almost certainly out. This is tough. This is really tough. I hate it, but you might just be safer rolling. I mean, if this is really all your options are, like there's no Justin Herbert out there. There's no I don't know who else. Who?
Stafford.
Like Stafford's not out there. Like anyways, if these are your best options, then I just would play Geno tonight and hope for the best. As far as your other question goes, Jacobs has to be your running back. Evans has to be your wide receiver. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at these running backs. I guess Kyron and JT are going to be my two flexes, and I'm going to hate having Terry on the bench. Jeez.
Yeah, I think you have to play all three of those running backs. Really, the only question I have is Evans or Terry. Probably because it's the Panthers, still go Evans. All right, there you go. Good luck, Vision. Roberto has a question, and it's not a good one. Kimani Vidal or Rico Dowdle?
Yeah, I'll just go Dowdle. Again, even if Dobbins doesn't play, what are the expectations for Vidal? Like split in a timeshare with Hassan Haskins or something? Yeah, that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed this year.
Yes, it has. It's Dowdle. At least Dowdle gets touches. Love All Inc. Bo Nix or please tell me that's not Josh Allen.
Hish Allen? Is that like Josh Allen's long lost brother or something?
Well, if it's supposed to be Josh Allen, you should probably start Josh Allen.
Yes.
J Mac 27 in half needs 3. Kyron, Chase Brown, Bucky, Sharbs. So we're just sitting 1.
I think you got to sit Charbonnet here. Unfortunately, wow.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's tempting. I mean, you really want to start Charbonnet, but not when you have those guys. So
right.
I know. I don't know who I would want to sit. I know Chase Brown is not a great match. I'm not sitting Chase Brown. Barry Crom, pick 3, BTJ Moore, Wilson, McMillan, and Thielen.
I think you got to start BTJ. I think I just start the first 3, honestly. BTJ, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. First 3, biggest upside. Nick, I think 10-team PPR. Fix my lineup and a flex. Got Daniels, Neighbors, Terry, Bijan Cook, Jonnu, Aubrey, Eagles. Charbonnet's on the bench. Tyjae Spears on the bench. J-Mo, McMillan, or Kendre. Well,
if so, we need one of these for a flex. It sounds like I'm flexing Charbonnet,
right? But not flexing. But Charbonnet at running back and flex
flex Bijan because he plays Sunday night.
There you go.
So move Bijan to flex, put Charbonnet in at running back. I think everything else is good. I think you're good everywhere else. I mean, maybe McMillan has a little more upside than Neighbors, but Neighbors has a way higher floor, so I probably do just leave him in.
Yeah, I'll leave Neighbors in this week because, again, Colts defense doesn't scare me either. There you go. So start Charbonnet at running back and then flex Bijan. Don't forget Bijan. Billy M. Purdy or Love for the win.
Ooh, I like Purdy this week. I'm going to go Purdy. I like them both this week, honestly.
Yeah, now this is a legit QB dilemma. Both are very interesting. Both are very, very high, have very high ceilings. I'm feeling a big Love game. I can't guarantee a big Love game. That's the thing, is the risk. Jacob still scores touchdowns, so do think Love has a higher ceiling, but I think Purdy is a safer bet, so I'll go Purdy. Luis Sandoval almost started Kaimi Fairbairn. Glad you didn't. Sanders, McManus, or Reichert. You get 3 kickers to choose from.
I know Sanders just had a monster game, but they're on the road in Cleveland.
Right.
I probably just go, well, the Vikings and the Packers kickers actually play each other in the same, but the Vikings are at home. I guess I'll go Vikings kicker.
See, that was some thoughtful kicker analysis. Whether you like to admit it or not.
That's as deep as my kicker analysis goes.
That was pretty good. And you knew that Jason Sanders came off a big game. Brown, questionable. Start JSN tonight.
Is that AJ Brown? I think I just go AJ Brown.
Yeah. Or start McConkey. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but AJ Brown was rest. It's rest. It's not even like an injury or anything. I'm pretty sure it's just rest.
So you can only start one of those 3. I mean, you're sitting pretty at receiver. You don't have any bad options, but I think we'll say don't start Jason tonight.
Right.
Frodiles. Pick 3. Harrison, Downs, McMillan, Spears. Who sits in full? Would really like to sit Harrison, but
oh man, I think I honestly I feel best about McMillan and Spears. Look, Downs. I know. Look, Harrison had a great game the last time they played the Rams. Downs gets the Giants. Oh my gosh, I don't know here. Spears, McMillan, and I don't know, probably Harrison because it's the Rams.
I guess.
I don't.
I mean, I know these aren't like amazing alternatives. I just don't. I'm just tired of Harrison. But what has Downs done lately? Yeah. All right. Fine. Go Harrison, McMillan, and Spears.
I mean, if you're in the championship with those options, hats off.
Yeah. No kidding. Thomas is worried about playing both Sharp and JSN. Swap JSN or Sharp for McMillan.
Nah, no need to worry about that.
Moose Raymond. Do we think Neighbors plays a full game? I would think so. And I saw somebody earlier in the chat also said that he's playing for, records and this and that. He doesn't seem to care about that, but he'll probably still be out there.
Neighbors only seems to care about Malik Neighbors. So yes, if he plays, he's going to play a full game. He doesn't even care. He doesn't care if the team wins. I don't think Neighbors cares if the Giants wins or loses. I don't think he cares if he drops 5 passes. He just wants to get a bunch of targets. And if they were gonna shut him down, they would just shut him down. Why play him and then be like, as soon as he hits 1,000 yards, take him out? Just don't even play him. It's not like 1,000 yards is really what. He's not the first rookie to get 1,000 yards. He's like the 200th rookie to get 1,000 yards. It's meaningless. It's meaningless.
Right.
I mean, sure, it means a lot to Neighbors because Neighbors cares a lot about Neighbors. But
he did say this past week, he said something because they were asking him, oh, you got, this many yards. He's like, yeah, but we lost. And he's also sulky. I'm like, whatever. They've been losing all year. What's going to change now? I think he plays. Flex options are those guys. Nah, just go with Neighbors. Nope.
Yeah.
Bandeezy. Opponent had Pittsburgh defense and kicker. Okay, well, that's good. 2-2-1-1. Bijan, Chase, Connor, Ford, Adams, Wilson, Puka, Neighbors, McMillan, and Njoku on Okonkwo. And then let's say Miami for defense.
Yeah, Miami at defense. I think you got to go Bijan, Chase, Brown. Adams, Puka, wide receiver. I'll flex Connor if he plays. Otherwise, I probably flex Neighbors. And then Chig at tight end.
Yeah, Chig for sure at tight end. All right, you're welcome. And then we have Trelvis 56. I've had Hurts all year, but
Yeah, I know.
Roger Stafford or Young if he doesn't play.
I would go Stafford. Add Stafford now just in case.
Yes, Stafford out of those for sure. Erickson, Kadiang. One has to sit. Ooh, Bucky, Terry, AJP, or BTJ. That's pretty tough.
I think in half PPR, you know what? I might sit AJ Brown with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning
These
towards.
These are such good options. I might just sit AJ Brown and not risk it. If it's Pickett, if it's Hurts, I'd probably sit Terry, I guess.
All right, I'm fine sitting AJB there. Steven Bender, DJ Moore, or Cooper Kupp already has.
Just go DJ. Just go DJ Moore.
It doesn't matter. You already is.
I know there's a risk that, like, if the Bears pull a Texans, you're like, oh my gosh, I just got nothing for my two wide receivers. But there's risk with Kupp right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess if you're that worried, you could go Kupp. I don't hate Kupp this week, but the risk is real. Kupp has five PPR points over the last two games combined.
Yeah.
Which is like, it doesn't even seem like that's real. Like, that can't be real life, but it is.
And he's not on the injury report or anything either. That's weird.
Nope.
KT, JSN, or Connor?
Nah, just play JSN tonight because there's still a risk that Connor doesn't play. And JSN's been so good. Just roll JSN tonight. Don't risk it.
Yeah, if it's full PPR, you can just go JSN. Humberto needs a flex instead of CD. Spears, Miller, McMillan, Ridley, Abdullah.
I'd probably just go McMillan unless Pollard's completely out. Then I'll go Spears.
There we go. And Tyler Trowbridge has to sit one because I'm forcing Sharp into my lineup. Okay, Ladd, DJ Moore, JSN.
Yeah, I'll sit DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, yeah. There you go. So you can sit DJ Moore, and you're welcome. Let's keep winning.
Good luck.
TP3-1, Reed or Harrison? Oh, come on.
I'll just go Harrison against the Rams. I don't want to play Jaden. I mean, I don't really want to play either, but whatever. Harrison did have a big game against the Rams last time.
I'm sure this is a legit question. This feels like you picked the two guys that we really said we don't want to start, and you're putting them against each other just to see what we say. But I would go. I guess Harrison. Schultz, Boswell laid an egg. Have Sharps, run project. Don't worry about projections. You have Sharp and egg, you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Domingo Salazar, mixed and busted, but you got Brown. Needs a flex. Thielen, Downs, Metcalf, Neighbor, Spears, or Dobbins.
I'm just going to go Spears at running back. Doesn't matter to me if Dobbins plays or not. And then I would go Neighbors at the flex. Assuming PPR.
Right. Yeah, guys, if you can tell us if it's PPR half or non, yeah, let us know. Jack S, receiver and a flex. Donald Mooney, Downs, Kendre. I think this is like what we did already, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like we did this. It's the two wide receivers. Because it was Jack Spain. Now it's Jack S. Maybe next time he'll be Jack Sparrow. Maybe. Mooney Downs. Mooney Downs and light a lot of candles.
And Hayden Hamoki just want to know we fire Charbonnet for the most part, yes. For the most part.
Not over everybody, but yes.
Right. And then Bandizi.
I'm just rolling with Aubrey.
He's fine. I mean, look, we don't want to get too deep into that, but it's not like you can't start Aubrey. Ryan Garcia, do I start any of these options? Keenan for Garendo over Hill.
I would start Keenan, I think, over Hill.
Keenan, I mean, Ford maybe. I might even go Ford over Hill, but between those, let's go Keenan. Yeah. Tyson DeMahie in half. Keenan, Addison, Thielen, Harrison, Kobe, only one.
Wow. It's half PPR. I think I'll go Addison. I like his big play upside more than Keenan.
Yeah, I like Addison as well. What about Lover Mayfield?
Mayfield. Definitely Mayfield.
Yeah, based on the matchup, it's Mayfield. I like Love a lot, but Mayfield totally safe. Hernan Ramos, 2 questions. Have Adams, Wilson, Jason, Sutton, Neighbors, London, 2 receivers in the flex.
Oh, I think you got to go Adams, JSN, and Sutton.
Yes. So start Jason at receiver, and then you can go Adams and then flex Sutton. And then, no, actually, sorry, Sutton and then flex Adams. Have Connor. Should I start if he plays? Well, if he plays, yeah, start him.
Yeah, if he plays, start him. If not, then yeah, you can go J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully, J.K. Dobbins plays. If J.K. Dobbins doesn't, again, I hope you have an option C.
Mm-hmm. Michael Marowitz is down 30, needs upside, no CD. DJ Thielen, Jacoby, Ford, or Pollard.
I'd probably just go DJ Moore. I mean, if you need upside, yeah, I think it's DJ Moore. I think he has the most upside. Thielen might be safer, but DJ Moore has a way bigger ceiling. So I'm going to go DJ Moore.
Yeah, saying you need upside, go DJ Moore. Says if Terry is out. I haven't heard anything about Terry. Have you?
Yeah, I'm not worried about Terry. But if he is out, I guess McMillan. But
yeah, Raiders or Bills? We're going Raiders.
Raiders.
Kendall Hull. 8-teamer, 1 QB, 2, and 2 flex. Got JD, Kyron Bucky, St. Brown and BTJ, and Evans and AJB. Wow. Facing AR, Connor, Kamara, Higgins, Hill, London, JT. I think your team is a lot better, I have to say.
Yeah. Definitely.
Terry on
the bench. Yeah, maybe I can start Terry over AJ Brown if it's Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I would do that. I would start Terry over AJ Brown. Otherwise, you're good. Yeah, honestly, I'm not just saying this. You have a better team. He's starting Kamara. Kamara might even play. Yeah. Look, you never know. I don't want to get your hopes, elevated before it starts, but I would put money on your side for sure. Donovan Yazzie in full. Have Swift at RB2. Madison's on the waiver wire.
I might just go Madison. Gets the Jags.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really trust either.
What has Swift done? Nothing. 20 yards last week. He hasn't scored a touchdown in how long? You know what? Just go Madison.
Yep.
And then Tyson DeMahie, defense, Green Bay or Miami.
Can't feel good about Green Bay against Minnesota in Minnesota. Just go Miami.
Yes. Go Miami. Ray Mamaza. 2-2-2 and a tight end. Burrow, Murray, Henry, Charbonnet, Barkley, Madison, Spears, Adams, DK Myers, Downs, McMillan, Shakir, Johnny.
All right, 2 running back. Well, I hope you already started Derrick Henry. I'm going to assume you already started Derrick Henry, please. Barkley is your second running. Wow, that's great. Henry, Barkley, that's great. 2 wide receivers will be Adams and I'm glad you have Henry and Barkley. Adams and I guess McMillan in half. And I'm gonna flex Charbonnet tonight, although put Charbonnet in running back and flex Barkley. And then tight end will be Jonnu Smith, I think. I don't see any other tight end, so Jonnu Smith.
All right, Ray. There you go. Get that championship. And then Niner fan got the super chat. I don't see the question right off, but as soon as I do see it, we'll put it up. Let's do this. Actually, I do see it. Bijan Pukatiri. Okay, Goff or Kyler?
Let's go Goff.
Let's go Goff. DK or Ridley?
Gosh. Ridley.
Yeah, I'll go Ridley too. Pollard, Spears, or Guerrero?
Spears.
And Joker or Chig?
Chig.
Okay. We're getting close to game time. We want to make sure we answer all your questions. So let's do this. We're going to continue with the super chats, but let's kind of skip to the ones that definitely have a question pertaining to tonight's game. So if you got a Seahawk or a Bear, we're going to do those, and then we'll come back around to the others. Hopefully that makes sense. And Anthony, by the way, he probably didn't miss it, but Rico or Spears? We said Spears.
Spears.
Okay, TG. Charbonnet or Spears?
Charbonnet.
Definitely Charbonnet. Stream, Chig, Strange, or Johnson?
Chig. Definitely Chig.
Yes, definitely Chig. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to try to make sure we don't miss anybody for tonight. Well, I thank you, Daniel Mackey. Got the membership. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, this one has Charbonnet. Darius Garnett. Any changes? Has Charbonnet as the RB2 after Barkley, Adams, Neighbors, Chig, JT, Addison, B-Rob, McMillan, Joku, Downs, Goff.
I might go Addison over Neighbors in full PPR. I just feel like he has a higher ceiling. Everything else looks good. Addison over Neighbors for me.
Yeah, everything else definitely looks good, though. Jenga, Charbonnet or Ford?
Charbonnet.
Adams, BTJ, or Cup?
You can only start one, I guess BTJ.
BTJ, Murray or Purdy?
Purdy.
Lastly, silly question is weather in Cincinnati. I mean,
not yet. Let's wait till it's closer to. There's still like what, almost 48 hours till the game. Not yet. Not worried.
Not too worried. Tom Herman, JSN, or wait for AJ Brown?
Well, what if it's Kenny Pickett? I might just go JSN. Tonight, in case it is Pickett.
Yeah, Jason has been solid enough. I think you can roll Jason in there and not worry about it. Jason Quinones in the championship. Very nice. Okay, here's the tough one. Charbonnet or Aaron Jones?
Yeah, but I feel like we had it earlier. I'm going with Charbonnet. Better matchup.
Yeah, I think we did. I like them both, but let's go Charbonnet. Starting Barkley and Achane. That's nice.
I did see that Richardson didn't practice today, but I don't think we're going to see Flacco. And really, are we doing this again? Flacco is horrible this year. He's horrible this year. If Flacco plays, I like Downs even less.
Yeah, no. Not over those guys. No, go Addison. Yeah, don't start Downs. Regardless.
Yeah.
Deet. Okay, B-Rob, Keenan Allen, or Ford?
If it's PPR, I'm going Keenan Allen. If it's half or non, I might go Ford.
Okay, and then we have Hayden Brown, Charbonnet, Evans, Neighbors, Lad, pick 2.
Man, I'm going to go, maybe I'm too high on Charbonnet, but I'm going to go Charbonnet Evans, even if it's full PPR.
Yeah, Neighbors is last of this group for me. I'm tempted to play Lad, but I agree. I think I'm okay with Charbonnet and Evans. John B needs 3. Connor, Bucky, Cook, Charbonnet. So who sits?
Man. Well, I definitely want to play Charbonnet tonight in case Connor's out, because then obviously your decision is made. But I probably just sit Connor anyways. I like Connor. But you have such good options here. Like Connor might not be 100%. Let's just sit him and play Bucky, Cook, and Charbonnet.
There you go. And then Sutton or Keenan?
Sutton
it is. Don't worry about Keenan tonight. Him, not them.
Okay.
DK, T, or Neighbors? Just one.
I'm gonna go T. And look, if T is out, Neighbors is a fine pivot. So just wait for T. If T doesn't play, go Neighbors.
Yeah, so don't play DK tonight. Him, not them. And New York to Florida, Jets fan. All right.
That's a name.
Yes. Hey, guys. Got Hurts, have Bryce Young, AJ Richards. What? AJ? No. A. Richardson, Gino. I think Matt Stafford on waivers.
Yeah, so you're fine here to wait for Hurts. I think I probably prefer Stafford the most. I feel like he's a little safer than Richardson. Richardson has more upside if you want to chase that. Spears or J.K. Dobbins. I'd probably just go Spears. I don't really think Neighbors is going to miss. But if he's out, gosh, I guess Zacchaeus. I don't really want. You can't play Wicks. He's barely on the field.
No. Yeah, let's stick with Neighbors for now. Okay. Yeah, again, wait for Hurts. If he doesn't play, just go Stafford.
Right.
Corey Cubano. Charbonnet or Keenan?
I'm going Sharp.
Yeah, both are solid, but let's go the upside of Charbonnet. Okay, again, guys, just going to ones that definitely have questions for tonight's game first, and we'll get back to the others. So, Luis Sanchez. Sit either Devontae Smith, Keenan, or Ladd.
I'll probably just sit Devonta Smith here with Kenny Pickett, assuming it's Kenny. I mean, I'll probably just sit him either way, honestly. Let's go Ladd and Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan should be fine. I like Ladd this week. So just sit Smith, Kraft, or Chig.
Chig.
And then Spears, Dowd, or Vidal.
Spears.
Let's go Spears. Young or Rudolph?
The Young. Give me Bryce Young. He's been playing well.
Right. And then you don't have to start Mason Rudolph. Okay. Jeremy, Cody, JSN, or Breeze?
If it's full PPR, I'll go JSN. If it's half or non, I'll go Breeze.
There you go. And then Jeremy, Cody again. Seahawks or Tampa defense?
Seahawks.
Torah, 60. Keenan or Chuba Hubbard?
I'm going to go Keenan unless it's full. If it's non-PPR, I'll go Chuba. But if it's any kind of PPR, give me Keenan.
Yeah, I don't feel great. I know Chuba was so good last week, but it's a different matchup. So let's go Keenan and PPR. Reagan in the flex, Downs, London, Ridley, or I think DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm not feeling London this week. Downs is risky. Ridley, Ridley is actually in a good spot, but I would just go DJ Moore. Miguel Corral got the membership. Thank you, Miguel. Neighbors, Jason, Addison, Cup, Chig, Connor. Start 3 receivers and the flex.
All right, I'm going to go JSN, Addison, Neighbors, and Connor. If Connor doesn't play, I'll probably flex Cup.
There you go. Yeah, I really would want to wait for Connor if possible. Okay, so now, unless something comes in the last minute that is for tonight, we're going to go back to the others. So we're going to try to find the place. Oh, let's help Miranda. This is for tonight. Sit either Bucky, Jones, or Charbonnet. I'm
going to sit Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I think you can start. You have to start Bucky. I think Sharp is second. It's tough, though. And then Delor Hernandez, crazy to start Sharp over. No, it would be crazy not to. Sharp over Leonard for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What about Marcos Nunez Jr., AJ, JSN, or Terry? But only one?
I think you got to go. I mean, if somehow Hurts plays AJ Brown, otherwise, I think you got to go Terry.
Yeah, that's crazy. Derek Gonzalez just saying thanks. First time playing fantasy, was eliminated, but we'll come back. Okay, I want to make sure we get. Did we do this one? Deet? B-Rob, Keenan, or Ford? I think we did.
Yes, I said if it's PPR, I'm going Keenan. If it's half, I'm going or non, I'm going Ford.
All right. And then we have been visited by Carson, Mr. Carson. Let's see. Let's see if we can find your question. I don't see it. All right, Carson, hang tight. I'm going to keep looking. I don't know if we did this one. Titus Philbrick. Have Detroit and Raiders defense pick one.
Raiders.
Chig, Nkonkwo, and Hawkinson.
I'm going to go Chig.
There you go. Chig and Raiders. Good luck. Ace Hawkus. Kyler or Richardson?
Richardson.
Spears, Ford, Tracy, Abdullah.
Spears. No, Ford.
Yeah, I think we just. Oh yeah, we probably just need one because it got Brown. Okay, then receiver AJ BBTJ, flex, Neighbors, Cup, Wilson, Johnu, or running back.
Does it say if it's full PPR, I'll go Neighbors. If it's half or non, I'll go Wilson. Actually, if it's non PPR, I might go Spears.
That's true. So Tyler, what's up, Tyler Sperry? Trying to decipher this: Stafford or maybe Young?
Yeah, I'm still going Stafford. I mean, the Rams run a lot, but they also throw a lot. Are we caught up? Are we caught up on the tonight questions?
We got some new ones. I did all the super chats up to when it was live that I knew had a player for tonight. So hopefully,
I think this was where we left off.
Okay. Pick 2: Swift, Dowdle. Okay, so or Spears.
Yeah, I'll just go Dowdle and Spears. I don't want to play Swift.
Yeah, just sit Swift. And then pick 1. This is non. Downs or JMO?
JMO. He's got the big play upside. More touchdown upside.
Right. And then Cooper Rush in the Superflex. I mean,
you can't feel good about Cooper Rush now without CeeDee Lamb, but I don't know your other option is. If your other option is one of those players you listed, I just play Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I'd play Cooper Rush over like Swift, but yeah, it really depends. Okay, let's see. I think we did this one. Yeah, I know we did this one. Thank you, Julio. Appreciate you. And I don't see Carson's. Okay, we do SoFly, Jennings or Hill.
Jennings.
McBride or Bowers?
I think you got to go Bowers.
Laporta or Njoku?
Laporta.
Oscar, LC, Sharps, Hill, Chuba, Neighbors, sit to.
I'm going to sit Chuba and Neighbors. But I think we skipped ahead a little bit.
Yeah, I skipped through some of them. But so like I'm right here. Riley, Kelly needs 2. Kamara, Garendo, B-Rob, Dobbins, Madison.
Well, Kamara probably not playing. I'll say Garendo and Dobbins. I'll just rank them. Dobbins, Garendo, Madison. Oh no, I don't think I could put B-Rob below those guys. B-Rob, Dobbins, Garendo, Madison is going to be my ranking.
Yeah.
No, I think we need to go. I think we need to go back here to Dan. Like you need to scroll up. I think.
What time was that?
I marked where you left off when you started to do the tonight questions, and now you're down a bit.
Oh, so we need to go farther up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dan Catalano, HN and JT, Evans and St. Brown leaves him with Higgins, Ford, or Chuba for the flex.
Higgins if he plays. Otherwise, probably still got to go Chuba.
Yeah, go. T. Higgins is still a strong start if he plays.
So, So Daniel, new member, and then Darius should be next. Do you see those?
What? Well, I don't think we did this one. Matty Speck. I don't think we did.
See your way. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to say. So Maddie's.
What's the timestamp for you?
4:35 p.m.
Right? Yeah, we're about the same time then.
But Darius Garnett was at 4:08 p.m. and we haven't done him yet. What I'm saying is like you're too far down.
Oh, I think we did Darius's, but okay.
I don't think so. Anyways, let's do Matty Speck real quick.
Lamar Gibbs, Ford, AJB, Flowers. already played. Kittle, McMillan, Debo, Reed, Bigsby, Pollard. Flexing McMillan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flex McMillan.
You really don't want to have to play Debo or Reed. You can't play those two running backs. Yeah, I think the way you have it is the way it's going to be, Maddie.
Okay, so we did do Darius. Well, we did do Darius because he has a question for tonight.
Yeah.
Did we do Michael Newcomer?
Maybe not because it was a separate one. So let's go to Michael. We can find
only because we jumped around to get the ones that had to be tonight.
And then still looking for Carson's. Let's see. Michael Newcomer and Mr. Carson.
And then I think we're caught up. Now I think we're caught up.
All right. Michael Newcomer, don't see your question just right now. You can always retype it. Don't have to super chat it, but yeah, sometimes they don't attach to the super chat. So I'll keep looking if we don't see it.
All right, here's Big DK Carson.
All right, sit to Saquon. No, Jacobs. HN. What? Come on.
This question again. This question is ridiculous. I guess I'll sit. I mean, you got to sit Charbonnet out of this group, and I guess I'll sit Puka. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters, but you can't sit Saquon or Chase. I don't think you can sit Achan. So sit Sharps for sure if you can. And yeah, I guess Puka would be the other one. It's crazy. Okay, so let's keep going to. Yeah, this is the problem with Thursdays, right? The time crunch. As the game
Did we do Ace Hawkes?
Yes, we definitely did that.
Did we do Titus?
We did. Knight Titus.
Hayden. John B. We did SoFly. We did that one. Him, not them. We did that one. Did we do Riley Kelly?
Yeah,
yes.
We did that one. We said no to Kamara.
That's right. And we did Tyler. We did that one. We did Corey. Okay, yeah, this is where we're at.
Adrian Sandoval has AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams. Who to sit? Have room for 3. So we have to bench 1.
I think I have to sit Aaron Jones here. I mean, maybe if it's Kenny Pickett, I could play Aaron Jones over AJ Brown. Maybe.
I mean, this doesn't help, but I would have said probably could have sat Joe Mixon in favor of Aaron Jones, but too late, too low, it doesn't matter. Yeah, if it's PPR, I would just go with those 3 receivers, even though I do like Aaron Jones a lot this week. Joe Estrada. Got nothing from a Texans kicker. Let's not go there again. CD is out. No, look, you have Garrett Wilson, right, over Harrison, I'm assuming.
Yes, Garrett Wilson over Harrison.
Yeah, because Harrison could also give you nothing. Elon Schuster, Baker or Goff? We gotta go Baker. Thielen, McMillan, London Downs, Devontae Smith. Just one or what?
I'm gonna go Thielen slightly over McMillan,
and then Chig, Laporta, or Otten.
Chig, and then we do have some questions for tonight that I don't think we've done right here. They're coming in under the gun here. DJ Moore,
1 flex, DJ Hill, Keenan, Addison, McMillan. So start 3, sit 2.
I'm gonna go Addison, Keenan, Tyreek.
Yeah, those middle 3. Keenan for tonight. Jay Drummer.
Just go JSN. Don't risk it with T, I think.
Yeah. Look, if I don't know who your backup plan is for T, but you're fine starting Jason.
And then here's Sharbs for Ford. I'm just going to go Charbonnet.
Yeah, that's A-Rod.
DK or JMO.
Here, I'll go DK.
All right, DK.
Him, not them.
JSN, AJ Terry, start 2.
Terry for sure. I don't know. Wait for AJ or just go JSN. I guess just go JSN if you can.
JSN. I probably just go JSN. All right, I think we got all the tonight questions.
All right, Luis Sanchez, sit 1, Devontae Smith, Keenan Allen, or Ladd. I don't know if we did this one already.
Smith. Yeah,
we said the Smith Devontae. Yeah, we did do this one.
Yes, okay. Smith, Chig. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. This one, I see that one now. It's kind of a messed up one. Anything else? Yeah, I see Jay Drummer. Still looking for Michael Newcomer.
Did we do, let's see, we did that one, I think. Did we do this one for Domingo? Spears or Neighbors for the flex? I go Neighbors.
If it's PPR, go Neighbors. Yeah. Let's go Neighbors. Okay. And it is...
Yeah, but we still have some questions.
Almost game time, but let's see. No, I think we're caught up on all Super Chats.
I don't think so.
No? Where's this one?
I don't think so. Because we skipped around to try to get the questions tonight instead of lightning rounding it. So now but it's okay. I think we got all the ones for tonight covered at least.
Okay. Well, let's do EC. Harrison, Thielen, or McMillan?
Thielen.
Yeah, I don't want to have to play Harrison. I think Thielen is fine.
Then we got Tyson, JD or Baker this week.
I mean, I guess we just have to keep rolling with JD, right? I mean, how can you sit him? He's a must start. So
yeah, you gotta roll. JD.
Of course, you have to make a field against the Panthers, but I just don't question it.
I'm not benching JD. Come on,
just go.
How many times does this guy have to go off for? It's okay, I just play him. And then did we do this one or not? I don't know. It just came in.
Yeah, we did that one already. We said.
What did we say here? Thielen. No, I don't think so. I don't remember this.
Oh, this is the same user, but I feel like it's a different question now.
I would probably
McMillan and
London. Oh man, I'm gonna go Thielen, McMillan. I'll go Smith if it's Hurts. Otherwise, London.
Yeah, I was gonna say Smith, but if it's Pickett, okay. Thielen, McMillan for sure. Smith, he's got his quarterback.
All right, I think now we are caught up. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody. If we missed you, let me know. Let us know.
Yeah. All right. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, a lot of questions in a short time. So we want to try to make sure we get them all answered before kickoff. So it's playoff time, right? This is where it's crunch time, where it matters the most.
Yep.
All right, let's do a couple more before we get out of here. No, it is game time. You guys are going to watch. Let's see. Anybody who's been waiting patiently. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cash and Cars. Is that Cars? Cash and Cars. All right. Yeah, congrats to everybody who is in the championship just for making it this far.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think everyone's got their questions answered who needs them. Tell you what, guys, we're going to be back on Saturday. So don't worry. The long stream Saturday, and remember, not one, not two. Am I right? Three Saturday games.
3 Saturday games, which means we're going to be streaming early again, bright and early this Saturday, just like we had to do last week. But we'll be here for you.
Yeah, I was afraid of that, but hey, it's the weekend. Saturday we'll be here 3 hours before game time from the Saturday morning games, which should be 10 a.m. Eastern, I believe, 9 Central, 7 Pacific. So set your alarm clocks, or better yet, turn notifications on right here. Subscribe. You have to subscribe first, then turn notifications on. Hit the like button if you haven't already. appreciate all you for being with us tonight. Good luck to anybody who's got anything going for tonight's game. And we'll see you nice and early on Saturday as well.